shenanigans.
You're gonna.
And we're already going to have a viewer, apparently.
Because we're awesome like that.
I don't
Everybody loves listening to the Malicious X. The Muppers.
I'll retweet it from the Mupp account.
Okay. I should just retweet it. I'm going to retweet it from the Irrational Passions account.
You and Alright. I always like seeing you retweet stuff from the IP account. I'm like, Greg. Because I know it's you.
Yeah, no. I'm the only one.
Yeah. Nabishin does like once every 3 months. And Evan does sometimes. But I like how Justin and Greg, you both retweeted it like at the same time. Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
I am talking about anime in this train wreck of a podcast. Of the podcast.
Can we even consider this a podcast?
Isn't it like 4 podcasts happening simultaneously, man? Man, bruh. I've seen some shit, man.
Anyways, all right, let's get started.
Okay.
Hello, Internet. It is the month of September 2014, and you are listening to the Malicious Underground Next podcast. I am your host, Gregory Blaney, and tonight we've got some guys. They're just kind of chilling here.
Some guys.
Some guys. Some bros. Multiple bros. Over to my left on the screen, because you can't see it at all. I'm going to just vaguely reference things that are happening. Alex O'Neill!
Butts and poop socks. That's all I got.
And then-
thank you, good night.
Awesome, Alex. Good job. Directly to the right of that window is Justin Graffius.
It's the Muppet Show, starring your very special guest, Mr. Nip. Yay!
And
I am always the special one.
our MVP,
You are very special.
our massively vaginal person, the one, the only Nepsifer herself, Mr. Nep. And I can say whatever the fuck I want to Nep this episode. I just want to establish that at the top of the show. Whatever I want to say.
All right,
'cause I win.
so something happened the last episode. I don't remember if we said this actually during the podcast or after.
Oh, we did.
Okay, we did.
Definitely did.
Yeah, it did.
Alex won, guys. He won that bet. Against
Surprise, motherfucker!
About 3 hours before recording.
Whatever, man.
Still
it
counts. Not gonna lie, Nep, he still did it. So now Nep has to do something that Alex.
Well,
wants him to do.
the original bet was that I couldn't rewatch or catch up and watch all the anime that I missed from the months that I missed before the next episode, and I did. And I watched this month's. I didn't like cheese out or anything. I had already watched Sword Art Online, but Nep apparently forgot that because he asked me in a sweet text message. I watched Suzuka from last month. And I watched Phantom Requiem for the Phantom from, like, January. And I watched a certain scientific railgun. So the punishment I thought of, because Nep was originally going to sing a song, which is fine, but I thought of a better punishment. Nep, with your cell phone right now, take a picture of yourself and send it to me. Right now.
Never stop.
I have earned this.
He technically did. I'm not gonna lie.
I won't show it to anyone. I'll delete it immediately. But I deserve some kind of compensation. And you have my phone number. You can just text it to me. And I'll take your secret to the grave. Go ahead,
Yep.
Greg.
Okay. All right. With that, let's go into the. Oh, before we even do that, some housekeeping for actual irrational passions.
Yeah, that's right. Stuff went on the website in the past month.
Yeah.
A bunch of monthly passions went up. And podcasts, Irrational Passions podcast. If you don't listen to it, you should already. We're celebrating our 200th episode, probably long before this ever gets out.
I will. I promise nothing.
You have like 17 days exactly. Oh Christ, it's fucking heart wrenching to think that's so close though.
Episode 200.
Yeah, 200 Irrational Passions podcast. It probably already happened, but you can go watch it because it'll be on Twitch and YouTube and everything. So, some great reviews went up. I reviewed Telltale's Walking Dead season 2. I reviewed Tales of Xillia 2. There is a review of Velocity 2X that I really like that Jarrett did. Fanfiction Fridays went up, which is a fun little column that Zach did. And
Involves
Ramblets,
no anime, by the way. Just giving a heads up. It's not that
involves
type of fan fiction.
Video games, if you've heard of these. And episode of Malicious Underground Podcast X went up. Fuck that shit. And Ramblets came back. Which are like little mini podcasts about specific written articles. So 5 and 6 of Ramblets went up. So
on top of that, guys, October 25th, Extra Life is happening.
Yes, that's right.
What?
You should get this out before then.
Yeah, no, it should be out. So go over to the Irrational Passions page and click on that Extra Life link and go ahead and donate to save children's lives.
Yeah,
because if you don't, you're a monster.
If you get fucking heartless bastard. If you go to irrationalpassions.com, I'll have something in the sidebar by the time you hear this. But if it's not there for some reason, in the top left it'll say Extra Life 2014, and that page, if you click on that, that'll take you to the page where it'll tell you everything you need to know. So.
Yep. So the day before that, I believe Friday, we'll be doing some stuff on the maybe streaming something.
Yeah, we'll do some up-oriented stuff because Justin, Greg, and I will be together.
Yeah, and just check that stuff out. It will be great. It will be a fun time. 90% of us from the Malicious crew will be there, except for Net, because I mean,
technically 75% of us. Just wanted to say that.
Whatever.
Now, before we keep going, Justin has something he wants to share with everyone here.
Yeah, this is super important, and it answers the age-old question of who is better, me or Greg. No, I went to a convention, a retro convention, where it had all old toys, old games, pretty much anything 90s or older. And so I saw a toy, and it was very good looking. It was of my pal, Mr. Unicron. He was sitting in a box.
My name is Mr. Unicron, and I'm an alcoholic.
And I'm a planaholic. I can't stop.
I love my planets. And so we were talking about it, and then I had to ask, because Greg started this shit. Let's be honest.
Bullshit!
I wasn't there, so I can't say.
So I asked him, and I asked him if he knew what Gundams were, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, so, Gundams versus Transformers, who would win? Didn't even take him a second to say Transformers. And I'm like, thank you. I'm going to go to my friend and tell him this because he's wrong. And you know what he did? He started laughing. And there you go.
I don't know, like...
Greg,
biased opinions.
Yeah, like, the guy sounded biased. I mean, come on, guys. Can't we just, like, be friends again?
we are friends.
Like, fucking, I don't know what it was, like, a week after we recorded last episode, fucking... Somebody sent me one thing, and then I sent a picture of, like, a fucking My Little Pony Unicron.
It was me. I sent an image that clearly got glossed over by something else of Optimus Prime and a Gundam mixed together, and then like it turned out to be like this like mini conversation, and then Alex just posts Unicron My Little Pony fan art, and I'm like, the fuck?
Because I thought it was stupid. I was like, stop fucking talking about this, because it was happening while we were recording IP, and I just sent that to shut everyone up. And
It was beautiful though. It was
what
well
happened
played.
was you, Greg, said it's something about Unicron, but instead of saying Unicron,
You said
typed
unicorn.
Unicorn.
By
So
accident.
Alex responded with the best image ever. So adorable.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. I must admit, but
The secondary, the sub-conversation that is happening in text form between Nep and I is also gold right now. I just wanted to share that with you two. because it's still happening. That's all.
Anywho.
That's all derailing I have out of my system.
Now that we've gotten all this shit out of the way, let's get into what we've been watching, guys. Hey, Alex, why don't you go first, because you've got some catching up to do.
Okay, I was gonna say I could go first because I have all this stuff that I never talk about. Apparently, I never watch anime. Luckily, watching like what it was 26 episode shows basically. Railgun is 24 episodes. What fucking whatever. So watching like 75, like a season of Naruto basically. Or like 5 seasons of Naruto, because fuck knows. Got me back in the mood to watch anime. I had fallen out because I got super busy when school started, but I can see myself watching more next month, like I did for that 1 month or 2 months in the summer, because I had so much time. So I watched Phantom, Requiem for the Phantom. Spoiler warning, everyone, because I'm gonna fucking talk about talk about some spoilers right now. Because we talked about this on the show previously. If you're a newer listener, that's fine. It's like episode whatever. I wasn't there, so it's not as good.
Okay, Ego. Whoa.
The episode where we talked about Sword Art definitely wasn't as good, though, because I wasn't there and Tony was, so.
That was a misstep.
Alright. I like Sword Art Online, though. I talked about that like 2 months ago. You should go listen to it. So, Phantom. As I tell Greg, like, I still enjoy everything to an extent. I liked it.
Except
not as
for
much
the
as
part that you don't.
except for the part that I don't. Well, like the show itself for me like only has like one real problem, and I liked the characters by the end of it. It took them a while to kind of grow on me, but I didn't like what they did with the final arc. I wasn't on board with that. So again, spoiler warning. So the problem I have with the show is that, like, it's paced really poorly, I think. Because like the first stuff happens, right, and then there's just like some bullshit happens. Like they show a couple things and nothing really happens, and then there's a nice long arc, and then some more bullshit happens like really quickly, and then there's another nice long arc. And then, like, 2 episodes where they're like, oh, look what we're doing. There's students in Japan now, huh? What do you feel about this? And then, like, the final arc happens.
It is a little weird, but...
And it's just, like, it feels like they're either spending too much time in an arc or not enough. Like, it's never balanced out, for me at least. Like, by the end of the second arc, when, like, Cal thinks... fucking what's his face is dead. Well, I'll just call him Zwei, because he has a Japanese name. God knows I'm terrible with those. Don't you know that, right, Neb? When Cal thought, I think it's Reiji was dead.
Reiji, yeah.
And like when he meets up with Aaron again, and it's like, I can't kill you, blah blah blah. I was buying all that. I was totally on board with that. But at the beginning part.
That Aaron shocker, though, holy shit, that was awesome. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that in there. That 50 cal scene is beautiful.
That is a good shot. I knew, like, I was somewhere, I'm like, Greg has such a gun boner right now.
I did.
And, especially because it went around a building or whatever. So silly, but awesome. But, like, in the beginning arc, when Zwei was basically, Reiji was basically like, fuck this, I'm going to forfeit my life to save Erin, and I'm going to give her a name. Like, it was too early for me to buy that, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like I didn't have a foothold on the relationship yet. And then, like, when they both died, I put in quotes, and fell off the dock, I was like, okay.
Oh, okay, that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the shipping yard.
Although I thought it was kind of hard to believe when they were showing like Reiji moving like supersonic speed that he would not notice Aaron jump in front of a bullet with his insane reflexes. But like, you know, whatever, suspension of disbelief. I also, the only other thing was like, if he survived after getting shot 3 times in the chest and off of the fucking the dock, I guess, into the water, why did he at no point think maybe Aaron survived? Because she only got shot twice technically, and But you know,
It's
whatever.
because where she got shot looked like vitals.
Yeah, it looked more important. I get that. But let me think if there's anything else. Yeah, I just
How
didn't
about
like,
that ending?
I
I'm the only one here that actually really likes that ending.
I didn't.
for what they did.
I didn't hate it. I just there's no part of me that believed that Aaron would commit suicide. Like no part of me
Okay, so
accepted
you
that.
took it the way I did.
It was just like it. I thought it made sense that Reiji got shot and killed because like you were looking at the Inferno stuff and it's like that bad. It's not over yet in some way, and it made that made a lot of sense. Then Aaron like gets some of her memory back, and I feel like because she was telling Reiji the whole time, it's like you have memory, you have a life to fight for, and as soon as she gets that, she just gives up, and I was like, what, like, because at least they implied that Aaron didn't know that Reiji knew he knew he was gonna die, but she didn't, so I don't know, like maybe if she had found his body and then died and then killed herself, I would have believed it more.
So Romeo and Juliet style.
Yeah,
Because
like
I think
if
they did it better the way that they did it, and I enjoyed that.
yeah,
'Cause
I
you
think
weren't
if-
expecting it. You were not fucking expecting what happened at the end of that scene.
Well, it's because it doesn't make sense for the character is why I wasn't expecting it. But I would have been totally on board with the full tragic romance Romeo and Juliet death. That's a good comparison. But like I was curious, so I looked up some of the other endings that have occurred. And I'll say I like some of them a lot better. But you know, to each their own. There's did anyone? I'm sure Greg, you might know. But did anyone else look up any of the other endings?
I did
I
not.
don't even remember.
Well, like the overall canon ending is.
I didn't even know there were other alternate ending.
There was like an ending where, in the final fight, Reiji doesn't kill Cal. I didn't grasp the circumstances under which he doesn't, but then Aaron ends up dying in the fight later to save both of them, and then they go on and like they just live out whatever.
Meh.
Which is fine. It's a happy ending though, so I like it.
Meh.
And there was another ending where Reiji can't bring himself to shoot Cal in the duel, so she shoots him and kills him, and then Cal and Aaron kill Scythe Master, but they can't bring themselves to kill each other.
Meh.
And then they leave, and then they come back together at some point.
I'm sorry, I just don't like these.
It's there was some I liked more. Like I said, me personally. Is there any other things you guys want to know what I thought about Phantom? I like Cal a lot until she became like a total psychopath.
Yeah, like that. One thing I really like about the show is just how like well it does psychological bullshit to you.
It's,
And
go ahead.
and just at the that ending arc is really interesting. Just the way that Cal transforms into like this complete bitch,
Yeah.
and like it changes the way that Reiji sees Cal. And just like at the very end, it's just kind of like this one thing where like you don't expect him to do it, but you know it's coming.
Yeah, like I expected him to do it, because like the whole show he was like I kill to live.
I fucked up.
And I want to live. Like that's his whole reason.
Yeah.
So.
Well, mainly that arc was more like I fucked up and I need to fix this.
Yeah, well, like that, and then it was all engendered from the fact that he can't die. He cannot just give up like that.
Yeah.
And it's Kill or Be Killed, and in the end, like he had to, because if there was like a peaceful way, if like Cal wasn't fucking crazy, I'm sure he would go with that route. But no, it was either kill her or die, and that ain't gonna fly. Which I think makes more sense for his character. Like I say, like Reiji was really good throughout the whole show. Like there was a moment where I'm like, I don't know if I like him, but after the first time jump, I think it was 6 months, when like after he comes back from the dead, essentially, and becomes Phantom, I thought that was great. I started really liking him from that point, because it was very evident how fucked up he was.
Yeah.
Where it's very hard to sympathize with like Aaron until the end, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was good. It didn't end the way I wanted it to.
Not
But
everything is sunshine and lollipops, though.
yeah, which I get. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I did like it. I did appreciate the action part of it. I would have liked to see more like mission stuff, honestly. But
That's what I think I said that when we were doing the podcast.
I think I wouldn't have liked that from like a plot perspective because I think that would have gotten in the way of like the stories that they were trying to tell. But I would have liked it just to look at it because it was fun.
Okay. What about Suzuka? Suzuka,
So Suzuka, is that right? Okay.
Yes.
I said it wrong the first time, my bad.
It's fine. Fuck knows I say everything right. Greg, I don't know if you know this, but that was me being sarcastic. Spoilers for Suzuka, if you don't know how this works yet. So I was disappointed. I didn't like the show as much as I wanted to, I think. But I liked it for completely different reasons than I thought I would.
And what were they? Because I'm curious.
So I
because
didn't.
God knows Justin will tell me wrong.
Yeah, you're always wrong, Greg.
We love you, Greg. You're not always wrong. You just have very strong opinions. Well, one, let me just put it out there. The best friend guy, fuck that guy. He's the worst best friend. Like, why would you ever spend time with that prick? I'm just
It's so great that they show him as, hey, this is my best friend. And then, like, the first episode that you actually see him more, he's a complete dick to him. And
oh,
it's
totally.
hilarious.
Like when Suzuka like fucking totally shuts him down the first time, and he's sitting in his bed crying. He's like, "Well, I gotta go. Also, let me just chuck these Kleenex at you, you piece of shit," and then peace out. And he's like, "Well, I hope he gets over it," and then he just leaves. Like the worst person. And I get it. Maybe he did need time alone, but let me just throw tissues at him. That was just unforgivable. But he was funny to have around, at least.
Yes.
So I want to try and say this in a nice way.
No matter what you say, Justin will hate you
Because
forever.
I will.
Justin's not gonna hate me. I
Yeah, he
mean,
will.
I
can't
like
hate you.
You did not listen to that episode, did you?
I did. Fuck no. I don't have time to listen to a 5.5-year podcast. I didn't like Suzuka for the most part. Like I didn't like her in the way that
Hey,
Yamato
neither did
liked her.
I.
But I liked her as a person. She was like I like friend zoned her immediately, which is terrible. Because I am a 16-year-old girl. If you haven't listened to all of the romance anime that I watch, but I mean, like I thought like her arc was really good. Like finding out more about her was great. And I understand completely where she was coming from. I understand why she was so fucked up and so hurt, and I get it. Like, it makes you... That kind of stuff makes you angry as a person if you're on the other end of it. That's just something that I can't understand. But she's like a well-developed character. I wish I knew more about her story earlier on, because I think it's episode 9 where you get the flashbacks, which I thought was just, like, really late in the show for what we started seeing of her. But, like, again, she was friend zone material for me. So the driving plot of the show didn't connect with me as a viewer. So I think that was, like, a big wedge in it. But regardless, like, I actually got really into the sports aspect of it. I really liked that. I'm sure Greg didn't. This is like, watching this show, I'm sitting there going, oh, I bet fucking Greg hated this shit. This is not a show for Greg. This is like the exact opposite of what I think. Greg, you probably hated every aspect of this show. Except for the scenes in the hot springs, or whatever, bathhouse.
About 90% of the show I did not like.
Like, it was a lot of stuff that I like. It moved really slow, but I liked that. It spent a lot of time with the characters. I liked that. There was an exceptionally cute second fiddle that deserved better than what she got. And I didn't like that. I was totally on the... I can't even remember her name. I'm looking at a list of names right now because I can't remember.
Yeah, I lost
Hanako.
Yeah, that's how angry you were.
I was on. That's how I was so worked up.
It's like the one character I actually liked in the show.
I loved Hanako. She was great and adorable, and she deserved better. And I think everybody knows that. Like that's the even fucking what's his face Yamato knew that he fucked up. And like it was good that relationship ended when it did. But I don't know, like I liked the ensemble cast a lot. I thought there was like a lot of really good supporting characters, and I thought they carried the way of the show that I couldn't connect with. But like I totally just immediately that first scene when you see Suzuka like jump over the fucking thing, I'm like, this is such a Justin show. And
I don't even know if I said that when we were talking about it, but when I first watched it, there's that image of her jumping over on the back of the box.
Yeah.
Turned it, I'm like, what's this? And the stupid image on the front is like the manga one, and it doesn't look that great. I turn it over and I see that picture of her, and I'm like, I kind of want to watch this. I read the...
That's all it took?
That's all it fucking took.
And I read the synopsis like 100 times standing at Best Buy because I was with a friend, and I'm like, kind of want to buy this. This sounds really interesting. He's like, well, how much is it? $20. Well, then buy it. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I look at the back again, and I'm like, okay, maybe I will buy this. And it just kept going back and forth. And then when I saw that scene in that first episode, I'm like, yes, I'm going to like this character a lot.
Yeah, right?
And that's just how they sell Suzuka. It's her book, anime, everything. And that first scene right there is showing her as this beautiful person. Then you get to know her personality as the show goes on. And
like,
that's for some people, that's not for some people.
She's super abrasive, all right? Like, I get it.
She's like fucking sandpaper. That's what she is.
She's a beautiful bitch.
And I love beautiful bitches, to be honest with you.
I like her a lot. She's a great character. But I couldn't connect with anyone that wanted to pursue her romantically. That's the only problem. And that's the perspective you get because the main character, the dude is like, that is his goal through the whole show. And
to get out of the friend zone.
To fight his way out of the friend zone. And goddamn does he fight. It is very it is heart-wrenching how hard he fights. It is like that aspect of the show is fantastic. But that's just word to the wise out there. That's not how it works.
No, he is doing it all wrong.
God, no.
Completely wrong. Do not watch this movie if you're trying to get
anime?
tips.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Movie, huh?
It's a movie. What do you
Bringing
know?
it back, guys. Bringing it back.
It's a show.
It's a show.
Show.
Don't watch this if you want tips to learn how to date a chick. Don't do it. You do not want to take the advice from this show.
Yeah. But,
This show, anime, was based on actual events.
yeah, there you go.
100% real. It actually happened.
I loved Yamato. I thought he was great. Super like me, except
How
for
do
the
you
part...
like Yamato but hate Shinji? That makes no fucking sense to me.
Because don't even get me started on Shinji.
Hey,
they're completely different.
They're almost the same character.
They're totally different.
One's actually human. The other one is just a crying, whiny bitch.
Listen.
I think
Who are you talking about?
Shinji from Evangelion.
Oh. The fuck is wrong with you?
All right, I see where you're coming from because Shinji also has terrible timing. But I don't know, like I related to Yamato because he's way more personable. He can talk to people and like carry a conversation, and he has interests that aren't like exclusive to trying to prove himself to everyone around him.
Daddy doesn't like me.
Alex, get in the fucking robot.
I don't wanna.
I hate
Fine,
you,
I'll
Dad.
take the robot, Dad. I love you, but I hate you. But I love you. I hate you.
Like,
I'm
I don't know,
so glad you guys pretty much quoted that meme.
I will say, like, there are similar frustrations. He does a lot wrong,
Yes.
but like it was very human. The show overall was very human. Like, people made a lot of genuine mistakes that.
And that's what my
understand.
defense was to them last week.
Or
Last
month.
week?
Last week.
Imagine if we did this.
Wow,
every week.
Justin.
I'm
Wow.
drinking. It's late. Fuck off.
There you go. That's the defense I like. No, I don't know. It was a very relatable show.
That's also what I said.
I didn't listen to that show. I swear to God, I'm not just regurgitating the whatever back at.
See, Alex, this is why
Okay,
we're
play
friends.
back, and then this is what Justin said, followed by what Greg said. Okay, I got it.
I'm trying to think if, like, I had a favorite episode. I really liked the episode where he did the first track and field competition where he almost didn't go. And then he did, and then he fucking lost because he didn't train because he's stupid. Which, again, totally understandable. But I really liked that episode. I like the part where he's like, "Man, fuck you," and then ran away. I thought that was awesome. I'm like, I totally would have done the same fucking thing. But I was surprised. I'll say I was very surprised at how much I got into the track and field running thing. I think I was just living vicariously through him because God knows that will never be me. I run at maybe a mile a year. So.
Man,
I liked
these
it.
year analogies that Alex is going on.
I know, decades. A mile a decade.
Time roulette, go!
Mile of dicks.
Mile of dicks. Thank you, Ned. You brought it back for me.
The hardest smile.
Don't hate on Butt the anime.
Oh
again.
God, the hardest.
But it's good. I liked it. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. But I think I learned a little bit about myself watching it. And I learned what kind of slice of life and romance animes I like a bit better. So it was educational at the very least.
That is good to hear. And now you can see why I like Suzuka.
Oh, totally. I 100% knew the moment the show started. But, it is a very... I could totally see this people fucking hating this show, though. Absolutely hating it.
And we pretty much did.
So...
And welcome to the other end of the opposition.
But... I didn't...
Sawbones is
Well,
ready.
I was being nice and just...
Bonesaw is ready!
I was being nice and was saying, wait, what was I saying? Personal reason, whatever the fuck excuse I made up to be nice.
You made an excuse. You made
Yeah,
some
I
personal
was
reason.
being nice. I didn't have a reason. I just fucking hate it.
Thanks,
Well,
Snap. You clarified finally.
I know,
only took a
finally.
month
Now I
later.
really hate it.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Alright,
I
finally.
hate it.
Well, you guess what, Neb? You are completely entitled to your opinion, so that's totally okay. I think that's the one thing that we got to try and remember on this show. Greg. Watch when we talk about this month's show, I just go in and be like, "Fuck all of you! This show is stupid, guys.
As it's just a show about somebody being eaten continuously.
Why would you make me watch this shit?" Oh, speaking of which, I didn't write it down, but I watched the first episode of
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, that did
How
it
did
right.
that go?
All right, let me set the scene for you all, and you all will immediately be like, "Well, I would never watch anything under those circumstances." So
I already know the story. That's why.
Oh, so yeah, how'd you get past that?
Which is
I
funny because
I still
I
don't
also showed
sleep.
Alex the abridged series before it was taken
Total
down. The first episode, which is fucking hilarious.
So I was at a party, my friend's 21st birthday party, right? And go ahead.
No, I'll wait until you're done. I got one question for you when you're done.
Okay. I'm very drunk. Let's be real here. I could stand, but barely. And everyone, it's now midnight. The person in question has turned 21. Everyone is going to a bar to celebrate. And I look at my wallet and I say, no. So I'm like, I'll stay here. And a small group of people also said that. And one of them is a friend of mine, so I'm like, all right, at least there's a friend of mine here. And they're like, well, you know, what do you guys want to do? Maybe we can watch a movie. And then we're scrolling through Netflix, and then they start singing or chanting, I should say, the Attack on Titan theme song. And I'm like, here is why I don't want to watch this, and I haven't yet. Eating people sucks. And then my friend is like, no, don't worry, I'll hang out with you. It'll be fine. You won't be uncomfortable because you can just, like, make a dick joke with me. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So we start the show, and then they fall asleep immediately.
And Alex is frantically looking for the remote.
And I'm sitting there like, well, here we go, guys. And it's going, and I'm like, okay, I get it. They're all like kind of naked. It's weird. And then the person we watched the sub. So I'm just trying to fill in what people are actually saying with my horrible commentary. In order to lighten myself, because I know it's coming. And then it happens at the end, and I'm, like, making this face the whole time. And my friend wakes up, like, right afterward, and they see my face, and they're like, I fell asleep, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, you fucking did. Thanks.
And now I can't sleep.
And now
Dick.
I'll never sleep. And so that's my experience with Attack on Titan. I don't think I'm going to watch the rest, guys, just by the way.
I thought you were going to say you're going to watch the rest.
Fuck, I don't think so. I'm just going to put it out there.
So that would make a good Halloween show.
All right. That's cute, Neb.
Spoilers, Neb. You're not supposed to say that now.
God damn it.
How's it going, Jaeger Bombastic?
So,
That's my series quote for you.
So that's what I think of Suzuka.
Wow.
Wow, Suzuka got a lot more interesting suddenly.
Like, wow, man, it took a dark turn at the end there. What is this, School Days? See, I can make jokes.
Now that you know.
Only because we pounded it into the ground to you.
Yeah, it's true.
We had to bring that down to Alex's level.
How many times did we have to mention School Days before you finally just actually saw the clip?
No, he didn't see a clip. It took Nabashin tweeting about something, and me then posting a meme about something else, and then Alex going, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, like, yeah, he posted the meme, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? So I looked it up, and then I watched the clip, and I was like, oh. and then I tweeted at you, Greg, and Nep, and I said, that's stupid. And Nep clarified to me what it actually was, and I was like, okay, that's less stupid, but still stupid.
That double murder-suicide.
You know. But I think that's all I watched, other than Railgun, as it is often abbreviated to. I didn't have time to watch anything else. Fuck knows. Like, I had to watch 3 shows, and I barely had time for that shit.
Holy shit.
But there you go. I have now watched all of the anime for the show that you all have, so shut up, Neb.
About fucking time.
Oh, whatever. Heaven forbid I don't have enough time for this shit. I have projects and school and busy work.
It's not like you're part of this podcast or something.
You know what?
Nah.
You know what? I paid for this podcast for enough months that I can fucking do whatever. All right, I'm done, Greg.
You guys mind if I go next?
Sure.
All right, because
No.
As long as we finally find the answer we've been seeking for.
I swear to God, if you make this fucking joke again, I'm going to murder you.
What, unicorn?
No.
No, Alex. It's the Captain Planet one with heart and all that. You know, if Captain Earth uses heart.
Yeah.
Fire!
They're making more fucking
Wind!
jokes about Captain.
Earth.
Water!
Heart.
Heart!
Hurt.
With your powers combined, this is Captain Earth.
Anyways, now that we've gotten that out of the way,
So we're talking about Captain Earth, right?
yes.
So it's over now, right?
It is over.
You said that it ended.
Yes, I'm surprised you actually saw those tweets because.
So they cleaned up pollution and brought it down to zero?
Now, was like the pig guy? Was he in the ending at all, or like Captain Garbage, whatever the other captain is?
I'm about to just shove this cap into my eye. Like, it's
Was
just
Don Cheadle in it?
No. God damn it. Okay. So Captain Earth finally ended. It was all right. It wasn't the best ending. Not exactly what I was expecting.
Actually, Greg, according to your tweets, it was great. 8 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
Well, there is probably the best part of the ending is that we're going to stop after this month.
Yeah, finally. Thank God.
Unless you feel like rewatching it, then we'll totally do it again.
No. Well, I said 8 out of 10. Like, the overall show was great. I'm specifically talking about the ending, Alex, not the overall show.
Okay.
Not when I was tweeting that. I was talking about the overall show. I'm talking about the ending specifically. Sorry if that confused anybody.
All right, I'm on board again.
Yeah, so like the ending was all right. It felt like it needed to be longer to clarify a few more things, but like it was all right. I mean, it's a dumb mecha anime that was worth the summer ride. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
The overall show, like, it was really good. They did a lot in the short time that they had, 25 episodes.
I'll say, I don't mean to interject, but I'll say as we've watched a lot of 25 to...
What do you mean you don't mean to?
Well, I do. We've watched a lot of, like, 20-some-odd episode animes in the show. That is a lot of time. Because usually... just pointing out the show that we watched this month, there are a lot of shows where they don't know what to do with half of that time.
Yeah, that's true.
So...
Well, yeah, it used its time fairly well, for the most part. But there were some things that could have been clarified a little bit better throughout the show. There are some plot holes at the end. But, like, the way it ended, I'm satisfied. Like, I don't need another season. I don't need anything else. I was overall satisfied with how the show ended, and it did a good job for just being a dumb mecha anime for the summer, and just to go along with the ride. And it was made by the same people that did Eureka 7, so, well, the same... what are they called? Fucking not producers.
Animators?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It was Bonies, right? If I'm correct.
Bone, I think?
Bones. Yeah.
Bones, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was good. But now, okay, before I go into, like, I'm actually going to spoil something, guys. Like, in my segment, I always say I don't want to spoil anything, but there's two things that have gotten me really pent up, and I really, really want to talk about
Well,
them.
God knows, Greg, you know I'm going to watch this show. So.
You know.
I know.
I like the other people that listen to us. Listeners, if you do listen to, or watch Captain Earth, please go ahead and tweet at me and say what you thought about the ending of the show. I'd greatly appreciate your opinion on it. Real Wars ended. It was a 12-episode ecchi harem anime, for those that didn't know already. Meh. It's an easily forgettable show. I'm not going to lie.
Because there wasn't enough choo-choo trains.
No, they had plenty of that. It was just, it wasn't a very
There was only one.
It wasn't a very well done show. It was like, hey, let's have an episode of action here, and then after that we'll have another episode of action, and like we'll keep going. And then like it got to a point where like it was just a singular episode of one of them doing things, but none of them really connected, other than like the one set of episodes near the end. And like those episodes were kind of like a waste of time for the most part because it really didn't explain anything, and they could have probably used them better. And overall, it ended very badly. It was just kind of like this one random episode at the very end where they were doing a bunch of stuff, and then they all got together at the guy's house, and then it just kind of faded away, and it was like a picture of a train, and that was it. And overall, it's a fairly forgettable anime. Unfortunately, I wished it was a little bit better. I was really excited for it when I heard about this. I was like, "Oh, this could be a really cool anime," and it turned out to just kind of be meh. And I kind of sad about that. And Alex just gets up without saying fucking anything. I'm gonna put that in there just so you guys know. So now I'm gonna get into like some really spoiler shit. Argavelion, man, episode like 12 really, really pissed me off.
Wait, I thought you were spoiling Planet Earth, whatever.
No, I wasn't. I was spoiling the last two animes that I want to talk about.
Okay. I was confused, so...
Yeah. I was just giving a heads up for people that are watching these two shows.
All right.
So, the biggest spoiler here is... I'm basically going to spoil pretty much all of episode 12, from what I can remember of it at this point. So in Argavelion... Actually, I'm going to spoil a little bit of episode 11 as well, for just clarification for people that are listening. So in Argavelion, our main character, I can't remember his name, so I'm not going to say it. He's basically on, not fully on, but like he's looking for why his sister died, and he couldn't. He like swore revenge somehow, or just wants to find the people that killed her. In a way, but it turns out that
some really solid motivation right there.
It's very vague at first. So we end up finding out that the captain guy knew his sister. It's kind of obvious in another episode that they make, and it turns out that like he ends up the captain ends up talking to one guy who explains like the guy that's piloting Argavelion is her brother, his sister. Again, I'm being vague because I can't remember characters' names.
That's fine.
And so, like, at the very end of the episode is called Rage, which is episode 11. He ends up, the captain ends up telling the kid that, hey, I knew your sister, and this is what, or, like, this thing happened, and then, so the kid gets really pissed, ends up punching the captain in the face, and then ends up going into jail. Whoa, what the fuck? I fucking hate everything! You literally just made this an editing nightmare.
Captain Planet.
No, I didn't. It's just in my track. Don't worry about it.
Getting rid of that shit.
No, you gotta keep it in. By our powers combined, man. Greg, you can be the heart. It was upon Nep's request. By the way, Nep still owes me a picture. I'm just letting everybody know, keeping everybody up to date. He's like, I can't do it. I told him he'd find a way.
Anyway.
Continue.
So what happens after that is that the kid ended up going to jail, or military prison for a bit, and the XO of the captain ends up walking, kind of like doing this huge information dump for episode 12, which is basically explaining what happened to his sister and all this bullshit. So basically, the captain is like the new security guy for the base, and the base is doing a top secret thing for pretty much Argavelion, which is the thing that the kid is driving, which his sister apparently helped make somehow in some shape or form. It's bullshit. Trust me, it gets worse. So eventually the captain and his sister end up falling in love somewhere along the lines, and it's not clear if they were going to have a kid, and a bunch of bullshit happens where, like, he could have stopped her. Like, totally could have just... He was the most passive asshole I've ever seen in an anime. He literally was just like, sure? Type thing. It was so... It pissed me off so much because, like, even before, like, the kid was so angry at him the episode before because he let her do this thing. And the episode shows that he literally just let her do the thing that she wanted to do when he could completely stop her. And he didn't. And it was bullshit. Because she ends up dying in the end. And, like, so, like, all this happens, and then he's finally let out of jail after this huge information dump.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes up and apologizes to the guy, like, fucking, I didn't know this fucking happened, I'm sorry, jeez. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then it ended.
Yeah, And I would have punched that guy like 4 more times in the face after hearing all that. Like, I was so angry at this show for what they do or did, and like there's anime that have done that before, and I hate when anime does that. And I usually stop watching. And I'm probably going to stop watching if they don't fix it in the next episode of Argavelion.
Someone was going to say something? Or did Justin just burp?
No, it was not me.
Okay.
Like I hate when anime does that. It pisses me off because it's like the kid was totally justified in punching this dude, and now he just respects him for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
It annoys me to hell.
The swift character changes without any kind of reasoning always drive me nuts.
And
Don't
so-
play The Walking Dead Season 2, guys.
That's what. And
don't
like,
play
again,
Danganronpa.
if he does not end up running away or stealing the robot and taking it somewhere, I am going to be extremely pissed.
Justin, I think it's
he-
different when someone's crazy, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
sure.
sorry, Greg.
I know that was a very vague like explanation of that episode, but I stuck with character names, so I'm not.
I got the general idea of it.
Yeah, so like that really pissed me off. Like really, sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
And now All the Ha Zero, which ended as well. It was also a 12-episode series. I really liked this show.
Palate cleanser.
If you can say that, because some fucked up shit happens at the end of this that leads into a season 2 coming in January. Okay, I don't even know how to explain the ending of this, but it's crazy. So there's Inaho, which is like the guy that's with his school friends on a ship with the Martian princess. And they're now fighting one of the counts of the spaceships that have come to Earth. The count had a kid named Celine, which was with the princess at the beginning of the episode, or at the beginning of the show, and was looking for the princess the entire show.
Okay.
Okay. I did never mention that in the last episode, so I just want to clarify that for everybody, because he is a very important character at the end of this. So, at this point, they're attacking the castle. The giant ship that they've managed to commandeer from this abandoned base that has a Aldaha drive, I believe that's what they call it. They crash it because it was going down anyways, so they just went full frontal, like right into the ship. They're now attacking the base, and Inaho is now going to fight the big count guy. The count guy has like this huge robot that that had like this magical girl transformation sequence, which was amazing. He basically combined into like every robot they fought so far in the show, which made it like really easy for him to defeat because he had all the same weaknesses, which made sense. But
Classic video game move right there.
Oh, it was a video game boss battle, like no bullshit. It was pretty fantastic. It was complete bullshit, but it was fantastic. So the crazy thing happens here in the end. So so the princess goes into the room inside the castle that has all the HUD drive that they're trying to shut down, so they can shut down all the weapons so that they can take over the castle and kind of win the war. She does this, and right as she does it, Celine, who had his own robot because the Count gave him one a few episodes earlier, but never used it until he needed it for whatever reason. Though I hope that's going to be explained later.
Mm-hmm.
He comes down, he sees the Count, he wants to kind of defend him for whatever reason, even though the Count's a complete asshole. He pushes Inaho into the room that the princess is in, lands on top of her, and along with the Count guy after beats him up. And so all this happens, and then all of a sudden, Inaho's there. The princess sees him. She goes over. She tries to pull him out. Out of left field, a bullet slams right into her back. I fucking didn't know what to do at this point.
You're shitting your pants, Scott.
I was next. She turns. The Count's against the wall. He fires a bullet right into her head. She is dead. I don't know. That was the biggest shocker. They kill. Okay, so they tried to kill her once before in an earlier episode where a girl strangled her and knocked her out, and supposedly she was. Well, they resuscitated her with CPR, but I mean, like, I was in my head, I was like, man, if they have the balls to kill off a main character like this, and then they do it at the fucking last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Count guy does that. Celine is there. Celine really likes the princess as well, along with Ino. Celine turns around, shoots the Count guy like a bunch of times, and then a bullet jams his gun. Ino finally gets out of the robot. It's slowly crawling his way to the princess. Sees that Celine is there. Celine looks at him like he finally fixes his gun after he unjams it. Ino takes the gun out of his holster, turns around, aims at him. Celine just pops him right in the head, kills him too. We've got 3 dead people. Celine just sitting there, and it ends. And I have no clue. I am totally just shitting myself at this point, trying to figure out what the fuck I just watched.
So like all the main characters got shot in the face.
It was like a Game of Thrones bullshit. I don't even know. And now there's going to be a season 2, so I am like all on board with whatever the show is going to do and how they're going to handle what has just happened.
Okay.
So I know that was like a huge information dump, but you guys should watch the show to see the fucking shit that just happened.
That's great.
No,
That is totally Game of Thrones. I'll let you know, as someone who actually watched the show. Fuck, man.
Yeah, like I was literally just shitting myself. Like they killed 3 people in like a matter of just like 30 seconds.
That's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
on board.
This reminds me of Game of Thrones Season 1.
No, this is season 3, like 101. That whole fucking red wedding all day, every day.
True, but when going in the first season, I literally thought he was the main character, and then I'm like,
he was
oh.
the main character.
Yeah,
Emphasis on
well, that's
was.
what I mean. It's the first season.
Yeah,
But yeah, so yeah, I was literally just shitting myself.
that's awesome. Well, I'm very curious what the fuck they'll do now. That is
And I have to wait till January, which sucks. But like, holy
that's
shit,
not too bad.
They set something up. They set something up good.
Yeah, that's hopefully they don't ruin it. But
I
hopefully
really
they get
hope
a good
so.
set.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I wanted to get off my chest. All right,
All right.
so who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
So, been still watching more One Piece. Last time we talked, they weren't doing any of the Thriller Bark arc. They're doing that now, so I'm watching that. They're missing like 30 episodes out of all the episodes of One Piece now. So now I have to wait for those episodes to come out, which they said they'll come out slowly over time. So hopefully it doesn't take too long for those.
So how many One Piece episodes are there?
A lot.
600 and some odd?
600 and something amount of episodes. I don't know off the top of my head, so I am looking real quick and talking really slow, like 664.
Wow, that was a master of.
When's episode 666?
Oh,
2 weeks from now.
good point.
I might actually watch that episode just cause.
You
see if,
should.
see if they do anything.
Everyone's going to be dead. It's just going to be a filler
That's how
episode.
the show ends.
No, I was
like-
just gonna say that they just fucking retcon it and end the show right there.
No, fucking Luffy wakes up in a hospital and it was all a dream the whole time. He's actually living in our world. There are no fucking pirates or anything.
Isn't that right? Ask Ketchum.
No,
Yeah.
it's actually just a crossover between One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z.
And Bleach.
And Bleach. Luffy has to fight Goku while eating Naruto or something. So I'll
Sure.
never watch it.
So there's that. 2 anime I do want to talk about that ended. First one, Rowdy Sumo Wrestler Matsutaru.
Hey, that
I
one.
said this one was my favorite anime in a good while, like sports-wise, I think.
Mhm.
And it was fantastic. I loved it. And then the final episode comes.
Then they ruined everything.
I feel like they do. And
That's how most anime does things.
like, and
It's
what
so
I don't,
true.
what I don't get about this is it's based on a manga that came out in like the 70s.
Everything you love will die.
And it went on until like 1990 or something like that.
Christ.
Like this thing has been going on forever, and it ended at 26 episodes. And I don't know if it happens in the manga or anything like that. If people actually read it or whatever, I doubt it. Like, tell me, because how it ended with, yeah, he's not. Matsutaro is not the nicest of guys. He gets into trouble all the time. But it ends with him getting into a fight with some of the other people from their stable, but because of them, not because of him. And he goes to wrestle. He's been undefeated, and he's been so beaten up, and his love for this one woman named Reiko, he keeps him up and keeps him alive during this whole fight. And she walks out on the fight, he loses everything and gets knocked out. And then the cops come and be like, oh, Matsutaro is the one who beat up everybody. He shouldn't be able to wrestle anymore. And the stable that he was with kicks him out, and now he's like journeying off to somewhere, God knows where. And I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened here? If this one person would have just said something of what really happened, he wouldn't have been kicked out. And like, they just completely end it.
So that's so the end of Rocky is what you're saying.
Yeah. But this is worse.
Wait, which one?
The first one. He loses. Spoilers. Christ, guys, catch up.
But it's not just
I
that.
see what you did there.
It's just not that, though. It's just how they literally end the show. Yeah, he lost. I was actually kind of hoping he was going to lose. But just
You
the whole...
always do.
Yeah. But it's just how they... Oh, not going to explain anything. You're kicked out. Get out of here. We don't want you anymore. It's like, what? Okay. And I was expecting this to go on for like a couple more episodes, but they literally just end it with like the bad ending of School Days, guys.
But Justin, like, sometimes shows do that just because of the ratings. Like, if the show wasn't getting a good rating, they find a way to just, like,
No.
end it quickly.
Yeah, I know,
up.
and I figured it was something like that, but at the same time, when there's another sports anime out that's still going on, and I don't know how the ratings on that are. I'm watching it, Ace of Diamond.
I don't even know where you find ratings for anime that are being simulcast for American audiences.
Yeah, God knows I don't.
Yeah, but just how it ended, it was just everything else was good. I was so excited for the final episode. Hopefully they were going to say, hey, there's going to be more. But how it ended, yeah, there's not going to be another season. I doubt it completely. There's no way they're going to have another season, and I was actually really enjoying this.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
And then
It
the
kinda
other one...
Sorry to interrupt you.
Go
It
ahead.
kind of reminds me of like the ending of Great Teacher Onizuka. That show
yeah.
that was really good, by the way. I wish that it existed like in other media, but it doesn't anymore. Like the way that show ended was interesting. Like it made sense how it ended. It was just weird how it ended. I don't know if you've watched it, Justin.
I watched the show, but I didn't watch all of it.
Okay. Nabashin gave it to me, so I have both seasons, and it's really good. Sorry, just to throw that in
That's
there.
fine. And then the other one, which I'm glad it's ended, because I don't want to watch anymore. And I'm pretty sure there's not going to be another season, and that's free. Everybody,
Man, you fucking stuck with it.
I did.
Man, you freed it up.
The last
right.
episode came out, and I didn't get to see it the day of, but all I saw on Twitter was people talking about how sad it was, and oh my god, I'm gonna miss him, and this is so upsetting. I feel like I'm gonna cry.
So somebody
then-
dies.
No.
Damn.
And then
In
I
a
watched.
tragic drowning accident.
This
Oh.
show kills your character.
That would be
no.
the best way to go, though. Let's be honest. The
That
the
would
swimmers
be
just drown.
amazing.
They'll just drown.
I just went to
But-
Crunchyroll and free is the advertised anime at the top. I just want to say that.
But I watched it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going in expecting this to be real sad. I watch it, the characters are crying, and I'm like,
Oh no.
Don't care. Stop. I don't care. You're crying for 10 minutes of this episode. Stop. I don't care. And then at that point, I'm like, I think I finally realized I don't give a shit about these characters at all.
It took you all this time?
Yes. At that point, I'm like, okay, everybody else is telling how sad this is. This is upsetting. This is like heartbreaking. And I'm sitting there like,
Hey, hold on. How many of those people were women?
there was guys. I saw guys tweeting it, man.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there like, this.
All right.
If you're crying at this, you got a serious problem. There is nothing to care about with these characters.
Maybe you just don't understand, Justin.
I do. I understand, Alex. You have to be free and you have to swim.
Gay.
I get it.
All right, Greg. You're done.
But I mean, didn't know why I kept watching it, and then the final episode, I finally was like, I literally do not care about these characters.
This is why I watch it in spurts rather than the whole thing at once, or even
didn't
every week.
Every week it was fine.
Even that's too much. No. Like,
Have you watched the last episode?
No, I'm like on episode 6 or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't stomach all of that all continuously.
I was gonna say some of the episodes in this season were good. Like I enjoyed them, but I just didn't care about the characters enough to be like, oh man, this episode is so sad. I should be crying with these guys because they're crying and they're never gonna see each other again possibly. And it's like, okay, all right. I'm so glad this is done. And I was like, I'm sitting there like, all right, credits are going. Okay. All right, please don't say you're going to see me next summer. Please don't tell me you're going to see me next summer. And then it just says the one little quote that is written at the end of the episode. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't guarantee another season. This is good. I'm glad. I'm sick of this being a popular thing because it shouldn't be a popular thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's not going to stop at all.
I know.
Hey, look at
Sorry,
that.
Internet, but it's
Welcome to the anime hipster
popular.
universe.
Right? Pretty much. I'm with Greg on this one, actually.
The anime hipster universe is a good place to be because you don't have to worry about the popular shit.
Hey, man.
You know, I can tell you why I keep watching free, just not in too much spurts.
Tell me, because I still don't know why I watched it.
Because of how ambiguously gay they are, and I just like coupling them up. Straight up, I don't give a shit about what they're doing. I just like how gay they act most of the time.
Okay.
That's pretty
'Cause
cute.
it was funny. This will be my last point on it, because it's just so dumb. I don't know if you've seen it, Nep, a lot, but Makoto, like one shot of him and him smiling is like everywhere. Like everybody who likes Free, I always see a picture of Makoto smiling somewhere.
Are you sure you got the right guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The dirty blonde looking one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Smiles in the opening and like once an episode. I swear, every time I saw him smile, I felt like I just wanted to punch him right in the face. Like punch through the TV, through the interwebs, through the anime, and punch him right in the face. Like,
right
I was
into
just
the
getting
animator.
sick of it.
That's awesome.
You're just gonna fly to Tokyo, find the animator, punch him right in the face, get back on a plane and leave.
I will say, like, to go back on Greg's point of the anime hipster universe, like, maybe avoiding stuff like Free is a good idea. Like, stuff that has no soul, but is really popular.
See,
But
that's why I didn't even watch it because of that. Like I watched it because I thought you were gonna be my buddy and watch it with me. Alex.
I know I'm a terrible friend, Justin. Thank you for reminding me.
You're
Nep
welcome.
Just texts me once a night saying, like, watch Free, you fuck. Just to drive that point home for you. But I'll say, like, they're a popular anime that's good. So
mean,
Art Online's
You're
good.
right. There are popular anime that are good, and there's popular anime that you
Like
are good
Naruto.
because they're popular. Like there's certain situations where like an anime gets so popular that people forget like the bad points about it and only think about like the good
Well, yeah,
things
you
about
get
it,
you
and
get
then-
caught up in the hype train.
Yeah, and then people fucking are like, "No, you're dumb. That's not right." And then you like a year later, you're like, "Fuck."
Well, like that's why like the only people I talk about anime with are you guys and like no one else because I can just watch something in a vacuum and just talk with you guys.
It's like the Attack on Titan hype train.
And we judge you harshly.
Of course you do because you're horrible people, but like I still like you. And like Attack on Titan might be a great show, but like I fuck knows I can't watch it. Listen, it's just not going to happen.
People will praise it to high heaven.
All right, I'll take it off my list for next month.
So, perfect Halloween anime.
Yeah, what
Oh,
you're
I
saying
didn't
is-
ask my question.
Go ahead.
Alex, where's Lust? Where's Lust?
What do you want from me?
Alex?
What do you want? I'm just gonna take off my headphones and just leave.
Don't do it, Alex. I need
I'll
you.
just let my audio record, and in the background, you'll just hear me masturbating. What am I sucking on? What do you think? Am I like sucking on a lemon while I'm jerking it? Like, is that like your image of me?
So that's how you get it on.
Yeah, dude. It's the only way I can feel.
Feel free.
Yeah.
Anyways, Justin, moving on.
Okay, that's it for
Free's
free.
great, is what we're saying, guys. Everyone should
Yeah.
watch Free.
Everybody should watch it, especially if you like seeing half-naked guys swim. And then the actual
Okay.
good anime, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Sono Chino Sadame.
What the
Yes.
fuck are you singing?
The opening, first opening, anyways.
Yep.
Last time I talked about it, I didn't even start the second part. I finished the second part, and I
Yeah.
am 6 episodes away from finishing the third part.
Jesus.
Holy crap! I'm so proud of you.
How long are the parts for my reference? Because
The first one is 10 episodes.
13, 14 inches.
The remaining 16 episodes are part 2.
okay.
And
part 3 is going on. It's on 26, and it's going to go for another 26.
yeah.
So, I know I'm slow and stupid, and I'm sorry. So can you just give me the 10-second elevator pitch for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Because every time you guys talk about it, I'm like, I get it,
Didn't
and
we
then I
do
lose
this
it.
last
Well,
episode?
No.
each part is very different from the last, so,
they're like
there
side
is
stories.
no equivalence.
The,
The only connection is that there is a character named JoJo, and it's not even the same person every time.
Okay.
yeah, each part has a new JoJo.
Yeah, like the
Each
first one was
part
Jonathan.
deals with a different place and story and or villain, depending.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all, each part is a different story.
Okay,
And-
that's what I had taken from what you guys were saying.
Even like the combat changes, it went from Hamon to stands and such. And
Which for you, Alex, Hammond is using pretty much sun and energy and channeling it into
Praise the sun.
Okay.
fighting style, and the stand is essentially having a Pokemon and or Digimon beside you fighting with it. Is technically what a stand is.
Sweet.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This
So like,
show
what's
does not
what's
know what
the plot pitch of the first part?
The first part is about a
Jonathan
JoJo
Joestar.
called Jonathan Joestar, who was with his father. He's a gentleman. He's
And
Right.
this is like a 18th century kind of setting where there's still using wagons and horses, and it's an English setting,
Okay.
and
and a guy named Dio comes to his house because of a favor from his dad between Jonathan's dad and Dio's dad, and the first part is essentially Jonathan and Dio's relationship and the stuff that just happens in between. I don't even want to spoil it because
it's really good.
it's really good.
Okay.
It really
I've heard
is.
enough, so you're good. I was just curious.
Okay.
Alright.
But that's where I am in JoJo's. I will easily probably finish that this weekend. I've been talking to my friend. He's not spoiled anything for me, and I'm glad. But yeah, I'm really liking the third season. My favorite stand so far, for year reference,
Ooh.
might be Deep Blue Moon. I really liked him.
Which one is that?
The sailor, the
Oh,
underwater.
Oni-chan. Right.
Sure.
Oh,
You didn't pay attention to the. Never mind.
I
never mind.
don't remember that.
Nap just petered off.
I just remember badass stands in the water and all that.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, like the third story, like they get really fucking creative with the stands and how people use them, and like how not even all of them are like combat ready. Like, this is an action show, and yet some of these stands, like they don't actually directly fight anybody.
yeah.
Cool.
Like the
Hermit.
you saw The Lovers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like how that one that isn't even made to actually fight anybody for real.
Yeah.
And then that weird ass car one.
Oh, the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, like literally, it was just a guy in a badass looking car that could, like change its wheels into spikes and like
drive up the side of a mountain.
yeah, like
Yeah.
technically not combat ready and yet somehow still a threat to them.
Yeah, stands are great. They're fun.
Yeah, they're creative as all hell.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
totally got. I mean, my friend said it too, but the music references.
oh yeah,
Third part so far, nothing. I don't think there is really any.
yeah. There's
But
more
second part-
tarot cards.
Yeah, but second part, we got Whamu, we got AC/DC, we got Cars, and we got Satana.
Yeah.
I started laughing as soon as I heard AC/DC. But yeah, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, and it just keeps going on as the parts continue, like more and more.
Mhm.
And then there's the continuous Zeppelin.
Yeah.
That's a bloodline, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil this. I don't know if you wanna. Are you planning on watching it, Alex?
Judging by the sounds of it, I think I would probably like it. So.
You would.
Okay.
You don't have to say that with such disdain.
No, I think you would like it a lot. It's really good. Story-wise, great. Action-wise, great. Settings, also great.
It
Wait.
sounds great.
So, are you gonna talk about Caesar?
Yeah.
I can take my headphones off for a hot
Yeah,
minute.
quickly take them off. I'll give a thumbs up when I'm done. So, my friends, thank God they didn't spoil that Caesar died, because I did not fucking expect that at all.
Yeah, neither did I. Like,
And
that's
that
the
was
thing about the show. Like,
crazy.
they're not afraid to kill people. They really aren't. Like,
Yeah.
anyone's fair game in this show.
All right, we're good. We're good to go, Alex.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all for that. Anyways, until I finish it, I can't wait to see the next because I hear some good things about the stands coming up.
Oh, I actually don't know. You would know more than me,
Oh,
unless
you're
you're
not
talking. Unless you're talking about the ones that are already animated.
Yes, I am. Death 13,
Okay.
Judgment. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the High Priestess, but Judgment and Death 13.
Oh,
one of
you
my
haven't
friends-
seen Death 13? Holy fuck, that's an awesome.
That's the episode I'm at.
That's an awesome one.
That is what I hear.
Aliho.
You're so cute.
I will say. But moving on to an anime that's new for the fall season that started up really early called Terraformars. And first episode in, the concept seemed interesting, but after watching the first episode, totally on board. This actually might be my favorite anime of the year, of our year, I guess.
Didn't you already say that once this year?
Maybe.
Hey man, he just likes stuff.
I like a lot of anime, Greg. Okay.
I know you do. Don't worry, baby.
Hashtag
good.
love-loving thing. All right. And you lost me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Alex, you will not like this anime.
Great. I wasn't planning on watching it. So
I was gonna say the concept will sound great until one part.
Okay.
So it is the 21st century, at least where it begins, and
So the 19th century.
no,
no,
literally
like
the 21st century.
2000. Where it begins.
And scientists are deciding to humanize another planet by warming up Mars and making it habitable. So
Call
what
it
they
terraforming.
yes. So what they plan on doing is sending up cockroaches and mold to the surface to do that.
Okay.
Oh,
500 years later.
You know, I just want to say I thank Superman for knowing what terraforming means.
There you go. Somebody taught you something.
Yeah.
So, I think
And,
science.
500 years later, they plan on going up there to Mars to check out how it is, and they send a 6-man crew. What they find is that they're being attacked by humanoid
God.
creatures.
I just realized what this is all about.
Yeah. Okay. So, and they are attacked by humanoid creatures. What they are attacked by is the cockroaches that have evolved into humanoid-looking figures, and what they do is eat humans.
What the fuck, man? Are you just drawn to these shows?
So,
It's a
so this is
horror
the
anime.
perfect show for you, Alex.
All right.
So, and now in the anime, it is after that couple expeditions that are sent up there, and what is plaguing the Earth right now is a disease, and they don't know how or what it is, but they know that the cure is on Mars. So they've been sending people up there, and haven't been able to get anybody back because they're being eaten by the terraformers, which is the cockroaches.
Fuck this shit, man.
So where the
this
first
show?
anime leaves off is them kind of explaining how the universe is, and then this new party going up to Mars to find the cure. That concept sounds so amazing to me. Anyways,
I was
not
gonna
Alex.
say I don't know who else found that amazing, but I don't.
Um,
Sounds
And-
terrifying.
I am totally on board. The first episode was great, and the first episode doesn't even show you what a full-fledged terraformer looks like. You see a little bit of its body and like just its face, but you don't know how actual big they are yet. I saw pictures, so I kind of, and we'll talk about the other thing later. But I seen a little bit of them, and
They should have just fucking brought a nuke with them.
this,
Cockroaches are immune to nuclear weapons.
and now they have bigger
Damn it.
physical strength, so they're not the normal cockroaches. Like,
They're
It's like-
my waking nightmare is what you're saying. That's just what you were
Yes.
saying.
so now you should watch
Christ,
out for
man, I'm not gonna
cockroaches.
sleep tonight.
Hey Justin, I like really weird things, but this takes the cake is the weirdest thing I've
Oh
heard.
bullshit!
From you, so
You
far.
don't like really weird things unless you like boba. So, which is November's anime. I just want to spoil it for.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Just
Um,
kidding. I'm kidding.
But I said this before we started, and I'm already upset because they announced the episode count for it, and it's only going to be 13 episodes,
3
and I am so mad.
3 very long episodes.
3 hour-and-a-half long episodes like Sherlock. That's what we're doing.
And
Wait,
but they're gonna
3 or 13?
It's
13.
13. I was making a joke.
there's
don't worry.
13,
I
and
was
they're
going
going
with the joke.
2 OVAs, I think, afterwards. But yeah, I'm already mad that it's 13 episodes.
Everything you love dies, Justin.
It does.
So, Justin,
Yeah,
can I
that's what you gotta
ask
accept
something?
going in.
I am yes, Nep. I am pretty fucked up and like pretty fucked up things.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
That was my question, but okay, thank you for answering.
Now, can you please tweet screenshots of every episode to Alex?
All right. Why? What did I do to you, Nep, other than win? So, if anything, you should be tweeting at me a picture of you, which I'm sure you have one. You took a pic. I know you took a picture with Nobishin at Indusfest. There is a picture of you that exists.
You are not an enigma to the entire internet.
He knows what you look like. Do you know how much that fucking bugs me?
Man, he's got the wild card on you, Alex. Damn.
This is great.
Fuck you. This is not great. This is the
Don't
worst
worry,
thing.
Alex. I'll only send pictures from the first episode, which doesn't show anything like that.
I'm debating going to Texas for PAX Central just so I can drive and punch Nep in the dick.
You actually wouldn't be the first person to do it in the dick.
All right. Well, you know me. I love a charted territory. Anyway, let's not talk about fucking giant human cockroaches that eat people anymore.
Let's just talk about giant human cocks.
Yeah. That don't eat people. They make sweet, sweet love to them.
Wow, what the
Oh. All right.
Anyways, let's move on.
All right. Well, then we'll talk about what manga I'm actually going to read, and one of them is actually going to be Terraformars, so I could talk about it more.
Gross! So I
yeah.
can never sleep again, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Don't worry, every time you see a cockroach now, Alex, you'll think that it's going to turn into a person.
Dude, if I ever saw a cockroach in general, I would flip out because those things fester and are
Have
gross.
you played Resident Evil 5?
I have.
What about what'd you think of those?
Those were not fun. I'll tell you, that was a dark moment in my life.
But manga-wise, I am actually going to start reading things Terraformars because that first episode hooked me so bad. I'm actually going to read the manga now.
It has a manga?
Yeah, it's been going on. It's on its 10th volume. I think it's like 78 chapters right now.
You mean like a scanlation, or is it actually a licensed thing?
License.
Really?
Not here though. I think it's only in Japan so far.
Then that'd be scanlation.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's 2
Whatever.
12 o'clock. All right. Go home.
Somebody's translating. Oh, by the way, let me rip off this day calendar. Here's an Irish proverb for Wednesday, October 1st for you. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. It'd be funny if it just said, you can teach an old dog new tricks. Why the fuck would... That is not an Irish proverb. That's
Just
like,
a proverb.
That's just a proverb. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Thanks, Irish fact a day calendar, because I didn't fucking know that already.
Are you sure?
Teach the dog old tricks.
Okay, how about this proverb? You're never gonna know what I look
Was
like.
fake. How about this proverb? Fuck you, Nep. You owe me. You owe me.
I owe you a song.
No,
That's true.
bullshit. All right,
That was the agreement.
that agreement can suck my dick.
The big fat human cock.
The big fat human cock.
Roach.
Roach. The big old Resident Evil Reaper-looking cockroach.
All right, let's keep going, guys. We'll be here
All
all
right.
night.
Last thing
Sorry.
for Nobishin, because we talked about it, and I actually did. I actually read some Detective Conan.
Yeah, I saw you guys tweeting about this.
Yeah, we talked about it, and then
You couldn't miss it, Alex.
we did talk about it for
It
like
lasted 45 minutes.
How different is it from the anime?
well, I'm not watching. I guess it's the same, but
Damn it!
I think it's pretty similar. Nomshin
Yeah.
said it was.
I've
But I-
always wondered.
But I read what we talked about, which is the next main point from the last thing I've seen, and no spoilers, I guess, of a like 10-year-old 14-year-old, yeah, 14-year-old chapters in Detective Conan. Conan gets shot, and that whole little arc involving him getting shot and trying to tell Ran his secret that he's actually Kudo. And I read that whole arc and really enjoyed it. And I will keep reading.
Wait, they had a kid Conan got shot?
Yes.
Wait,
Holy shit.
yeah, that's fucked up. For one, I agree with Nep on that. But like, does he ever like age? Like, does he get like past like 9 or whatever? Because it's been going on.
I
I was
like,
going to say Snobishin because I don't know. I don't
I
think so.
think there have been like arcs where like he for very little time he actually goes back to his old age.
yeah,
like,
he goes back to
for
Kudo,
very
I guess.
brief times, but it's pretty much just him still as a kid.
And actually, that happens in this arc.
Plot.
Okay.
He gets an antidote that lasts him like 24 hours, that turns him back, and at that point he's trying to tell Rand that he is Conan, and never
O'Brien.
out. Yes.
Way to sneak that in there, Neb.
Yeah, that was super sly. I really didn't see that one coming.
Cooper.
I know, I was waiting for it. And that is everything. Go Nep.
Nepsifer, drown us with your Yuri presence, please.
What? Oh shit! It's my turn. Okay. So, Justin pretty much already went through.
I gotta go, guys. By the way, I'm just kidding.
Through
Past my bedtime. Good night.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, basically, I don't want to add too much more except that, yeah, like right for the rest of the year, it's gonna be stuck at episode 26, I think.
Yes, until next season.
Yeah, they say it's gonna be 2015.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's gonna be spring because I don't want to wait too long. But I'm actually trying to collect the manga right now because I don't want to wait that long.
Nice.
I believe it's part 3 is 17 volumes long or so. Like it's the only localized, actually licensed manga. It's only part 3. All the others, like they actually recently announced, like maybe a month ago, that part 1 got licensed.
It did. The first volume of part 1 can be bought digitally, and I think it comes out next month physically.
Yeah, like it just barely is about to come out. And actually what's interesting to note is that it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, as in implying that they're probably going to start bringing out the stories one by one. Like that's kind of an assumption right there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hope it does well now, because I sure as hell will be buying it, because I want more JoJo, and I would definitely love to have all those arcs, all those story parts in English format in my bookshelf somewhere. I haven't decided a spot yet. But
I'm sure you'll figure it out, Nep. Don't worry.
But anyway, yeah, the anime ended. I watched that, and then I actually I did something I really don't do for anything. Like I don't have the time for it, and I still did it. Like I actually went back and started watching episode 1 of part 1, and started back again. Like just immediately after that final episode, I just went straight back to the beginning, and I started rewatching it little by little. Like I'm going way slower, because the first time it was kind of like Justin, where I just kind of consumed a lot of it almost immediately. Like I probably saw, because Stardust Crusade was like on episode 3, I think, and I saw like the entirety of the first 2 story arcs in like 2 or 3 days, and I had a big problem and I couldn't stop.
When don't you have a problem, Nep?
No. You're asking the tough questions today, Justin.
I think that's a pretty simple question.
Answer is always.
I never have a problem. I don't know what you're talking about.
See?
I am.
Hi, my name's Nep, and I'm an animeaholic.
I am the program Nepsifer. I am perfect in every way that
Bitch,
Lord Greg
get back
wants
on
me
your computer.
to.
I didn't see you come out.
All right. Ladies, let's not fight.
But yeah, that was the last little bit I wanted to chip into JoJo. just I started rewatching it, and I am addicted, and I am so quickly just delving into the fandom. Like, I will be hitting the manga next, and I will probably start getting scanlations of the next story arcs, like starting after story arc 4, probably after all that, because I am hopeless. And anyway,
Self-aware. Becoming self-aware.
and so basically the other stuff I wanted to mention was the endings of 2 shows I was watching. Like the ending of Sabagebu, it finally ended, and I watched it, and yeah, it's pretty much from start to finish just this really like silly comedy that's like not afraid to break the fourth wall to an extent, somewhat. Like, you know, the narrator pretty much is the fourth wall breaking moments. But it's very silly, it's very unpredictable, and it like straight up plays with your expectations and like pulls you under the rug, like pulls the rug under you, like in
Pulls the rug
expectations.
out from under you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, I was just correcting the saying that you were.
All right.
So yeah,
Just
that's
kidding.
basically what it does to you with your expectations. Pretty much every episode, like, you know, it like sets up what you're gonna think the episode is gonna be about, and then it just fucks with you. Like it just does something from left field every episode, and it's great for it. You know, it's just a great lighthearted show through and through. Very simple, hilarious comedy, and it was like my shining beacon of this season. A lot like Kimoza was during spring, the one that I just looked forward to so much because it was just like a bunch of happy lightheartedness. Sabageba was that one for this season. And the other show that ended that I was watching that I'm going to bring up is Himegoto, which I mentioned before. It was that trap anime that I mentioned.
It's a trap!
And Justin, did you ever start watching it?
No.
They're
I
4
watched
minutes
so many
long.
things. I actually caught up on everything and actually stopped watching things to catch up.
4 times 13.
That's a lot of traps.
No, I'm talking about the time.
Oh,
That's 52 minutes of your time.
okay. Maybe I'll watch it. Are they? Well, first, just tell me. I don't care if it's spoiled. Were they all a trap?
No, some were really the gender that they were from the start.
Damn it! Then I don't look
A
at it.
lot of them, though, they do end up being trap or reverse trap.
It's
So
like
90% of the people were trapped.
I'm not going to give a percentage, but a whole bunch were.
it just look at it this way. It's like you're playing the feud.
Right.
We're playing the feud.
Except the feud can end badly.
The feud can end with a dick in your butt.
Basically,
That was really horrible. I didn't mean to make it sound terrible.
It actually is pretty funny, I must say.
It was funny, but it was horrible.
And this is a horrible show for horrible people. It's like Cards Against Humanity.
Yep.
did you just advertise our show that way?
Yes,
It's accurate, though. Let's be
It
real.
is accurate.
we are the Cards Against Humanity anime podcast of the internet.
Fuck.
Neff, you knew what you signed up for. Let's be honest here.
It is why you are still here. Let's be honest.
I'm kind of here just to eternally torment Alex.
Yep. That was the agreement.
The Nepsifer contract.
Yep.
All right, but right, Himegoto was basically just also like a little lighthearted, very short show, 4 minutes long, and it has an opening and an ending, so it's really about 3 minutes of footage each episode.
That's
And-
like less than most YouTube videos.
Yeah, basically. Like, I actually literally watched the final episode of Himegoto, like, before I joined this call. Like,
Great
No,
to know you were prepared now. Giving shit about Alex being done 3 hours ago. You just finished 3 minutes ago before the show started.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 3 minutes was the entire anime episode.
There you go. Let's just fast forward through 24 episodes.
But did you seriously do that?
No! Jesus!
Damn, Neb, your expectations for Alex are super low.
Well, I mean, everybody.
We're learning a lot
fucking
about
knew
each
that.
other tonight.
Well, that's because I literally do that for some shows I don't like.
Well, God, we know that. Thank you. Gosh, illuminating on that one.
That's like my last resort for shows I don't like that I'm still trying to watch anyway.
No, I thought your last resort was like, what are the essential episodes? I'll watch those. And I'm not trying to be funny here. He tweeted that at Justin, and I
did.
saw it.
For Suzuka, which hurt my feelings.
Except Justin replied with "haha, I figured," and in the real, I saw Justin just going as he was typing
It's
it.
true.
God, I love all of you so much.
I love Nep the most.
I could feel his heart breaking.
As you hit reply on Twitter to say "fuck off."
Anyways, let's keep going.
But right, so yeah, Himagoto was basically just technically 3 minutes episodes of guy chests and guy bulges. That's pretty much all they were doing every episode.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
You know, I like some good moose knuckle.
What the hell is that?
It's male camel toe. Women have camel toe and men have moose knuckle. Because it's like the dick and then the.
What the hell?
And you
Oh
didn't
my
know this?
God.
Yeah, just
I
think,
did.
think of a moose knuckle in your head and then line it up with an anime crotch. I'd rather not.
I don't get it, but
It looks like a bulge, okay?
Just
That's-
Google image that
It's a
shit, Neb,
thing.
and you'll learn everything you need to know.
is it a show?
No,
It might be actually. It's in pre-production right now. I'm the executive producer.
just like podcast,
Yeah. Podcast the show.
podcast the movie.
Yeah, so Himagoto was fun to watch, and basically the only manga I wanted to bring up that I was reading is I finally caught up on the recent releases of Gantz because I was behind. So yeah, it's up to volume 32 right now. It's still not finished, but it's getting pretty damn close. And last time I brought it up, it was about the human spaghetti thing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
this show or anime or manga.
I remember
wow.
very
this-
specifically.
Yeah, this manga, they're still in this area, in this world of aliens, and you find out a lot more about the invaders and how they basically were
The
targeting.
Space Invaders.
Well, yeah.
You guys are gonna make
And-
fucking Captain fucking Planet jokes. I get to make a fucking Space Invader joke. Fuck
All
you
right,
guys.
fair enough. Fair enough.
And so these space invaders ended up invading Earth, and you find out how they were planning to do this for a long time, and then how they're trying to win the trust of the people. They're really just there to eat and live on their planet. That's really their only goal.
I sense
So
a
another
theme.
favorite manga for Alex.
Wait,
I sense a very large theme. Just
Eat
between the two.
people?
Like, are you
liter-
guys cannibals?
Literally, they treat humans the same way like you would treat a candy bar or a bug or something.
So they
There was
unwrap them.
there is literally a part where they had in a little canister or just a group of humans. They picked one out. They stuck their knife. They pulled out their knife. They just stuck it in their back and pulled out their entrails and everything and started eating it and dunked their bodies inside of coffee.
What the?
Oh my god, I was gonna make a really bad joke, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not.
What the?
Yeah, this is really, really. It earns its it's one of the few manga out there that come shrink wrapped and they have the sticker on the cover that you have to remove if you don't want it there that says this is an explicit material stuff, and yeah, it really, really earns it.
Seriously though, are you guys cannibals? Because I don't know.
Why are you asking? What is it, like entrapment if we don't tell the truth? It's like, you have to tell me. It's like the cop rule. I ask, you tell me, or else it's entrapment.
Seriously,
I'm not a
though.
cannibal. Nep probably is. That's
Justin might be.
But yeah, it's really
if I was,
fucking
I would have ate
gruesome.
you both already.
Justin's like an omnivore. Like in the
Yeah.
literal definition. But well, Nep, here's my thoughts. Fuck this show. Why are you
Anime or
watching
manga.
it? Or manga, or whatever.
Okay.
I'm dumb. Okay, we got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's crossing lines that the anime never did. Like, holy crap.
That's upsetting.
Let's just keep it in that realm over here in this void, and I'll be over here in this void.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Come to the good void. We have cookies.
But yeah, the story is still going. It's still like this just intriguing story of them like finding out entirely what the whole Gans thing was from the start, and finding out what they can do, and basically planning an attack to actually save as many humans as they can from these people, and then
They're being
figure out what
cut and
happens from
open
them.
and eaten.
Yeah, that's just an example of how gruesome it gets, but it's basically just this story of right now trying to survive and using the weapons that they got to basically kill as many of these aliens as they can and to rescue as many humans as they can. Like, they really don't have any clear goal. Like, they're doing stuff as it goes because this is kind of the end of the world situation for them, so it's kind of surprising that they're rational as they are.
Fucking man, I'd give up. I'll be straight with y'all.
You would be the first to be eaten then.
No, I would kill myself.
Alive.
No, Alex would just gut himself.
Yeah, I would gut myself and then eat my own entrails because that's better than being eaten alive.
But yeah, they do a lot of
Auto-cannibalism.
they do a lot of different stuff to these humans if you really want to get into it. Like,
No, thank you.
there's a spaghetti thing, there was a dunking into them, there was let's see. There was just treating them as pets.
You are literally reading or whatever the fuck reading this manga just so you can talk about it on the show and make me uncomfortable.
Well, no,
I'm convinced.
I've been following this series since I think before I even met you.
Don't you joke about this shit. If you're a cannibal, you have to tell Greg, or else it's entrapment.
So, Alex, do you want to know what I look like badly enough that you'll be in a room alone with me, where I can
know anymore.
where I can gut you?
Yeah, like think about it, like you have like all of this fucking anime in your home that I've seen, just the stacks on stacks, and there could just be like knives hitting under the piles. Anytime someone comes in, you're just like dinner. I'm genuinely
You wanna find
uncomfortable, guys. I'm serious. Can we talk about something else, please?
Yeah.
That was basically I was gonna say about Gantz. I'm still reading it. It's almost done. Like Scanlation finished a long time ago, but the license is almost done. It's very close to ending. I hope so. I actually forgot There is a volume count. I don't remember what it is. I think it was 34 or 35 volumes.
It's a lot, we'll just say.
Yeah, it's about as long as Berserk, which Berserk is even harder to collect if you're wanting that one.
Well, obviously
Oh,
Greg is really
Berserk.
looking to collect that one. He loved it.
No.
the quiet defeat of no, please.
But
If you have
Continue.
watched the end of Berserk, anybody that is listening to this, tweet me and tell me how horrific that shit is. because-
Tweet me so I have someone to go to my fucking therapist with.
So you think Attack on Titan is bad? Watch fucking Berserk. That's worse.
Well, people get
the
killed. in
TV
Berserk.
show?
The anime, yes. Berserk,
Well, there's a TV show and the movies.
no. I don't
Oh
wanna
shit! We should watch the movies, Greg.
No. If you watch Berserk, you know. You know.
Because I do know the spoilers for the TV show.
Don't tell me.
Does everyone die?
Well,
Do you
shit.
really want to know?
No, let's move on.
Okay, so, right. So the other thing I wanted to bring up was that I finally got around to playing through the ending of Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, which is the 5th one,
Yeah.
the newest one,
Justin
and
finished that pretty recently too, I think.
and yeah, I finished it. I have not done the DLC. I do have it, but I just did the main story, and holy fuck, that was a great adventure. Like, just
That ending, right?
yeah, like it just ties up, like it even like ties up a little bit of part 4 and what happened there, and just it connects so well. Like it feels like this was the story it was meant to be the entire time, and it felt like so just grand and special, and just it was so fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I will say some not good things about it.
Okay.
The localization, like specifically the grammars and spelling errors, fucking everywhere, especially the end parts.
That's rough.
It got worse as it got on, and there was just a lot of times it felt like this was like the second or third to last draft that they should have done before releasing it. Like it felt like they needed to redo a lot of dialogue over and over to get it right, and they didn't. So a lot of it feels awkward. A lot of it feels like they should have just reworded the sentence so that it makes more sense, and it just sometimes just felt really bad in how they phrase stuff. Like it just feels like it really needed more attention than what it got. Like straight up, they should have put more effort into fixing the errors, just the regular grammar errors that you'll see throughout playing. And it's not even optional stuff. It's straight up stuff that you will see part of the main story. Like it's just straight up in your face. And actually reword a lot of the sentences so that it's not awkward.
Yeah.
Like really, the localizations up to this game were fantastic, and I'm not including Edgelord because I actually haven't played that one. But I'm assuming that one was also on the same pedigree as the previous ones, and this one was a lot more rushed and less effort. I'm assuming. It really feels like they should have put more effort. But the actual content itself, the actual story, is fucking amazing. Like, make no mistake about that. And another criticism I would say, it feels a lot like they rehashed the story of part 1, the first game. Like you know, they have the character that has the past and that's directly tied into the court case, and you know, instead of telling that story in 4 cases, they tell it in 5 cases. Like they really 4 and 5 felt like one case instead of 2 separate ones. Like they just needed the number 5 number so that people would be happy and people wouldn't bitch. And so they just split it up. But also the cases, like, you know, even like the case where like the prosecutor and the attorney are working together to find out the truth rather than butt heads at the same time. You know, that was straight up lifted up from part 1 as well, and like just a lot of elements felt like they just lifted it up from the first game and like tried to recreate the same successful formula to, you know, create lightning twice basically. Like, and some of it worked, some of it didn't. Like, I'm not going to fully praise it or blindly praise it because it does mess up sometimes.
Okay.
But yeah, it is good and enjoyable, and for fans of the series, definitely continue the story because it really does feel like it goes with the previous stories and doesn't really feel like it was tacked on or something. Like, no, I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I need to play. I need to finish 3, play 4, play Apologiosis, and then I'll play Dual Destinies.
All right. Let's move on, guys.
Take a break. I gotta take
a
my
break?
pants off.
Do you guys not want to talk about Sailor Moon this month?
Oh yeah, Sailor Moon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know me. I don't have any.
Yeah, no.
Recollection
I was
of this
about to
shit.
say, Alex. Whoa, wait a second.
I was just used to it because we did like 15
know.
episodes of that. Or whatever.
I know. All right,
Single
so
tier.
let's talk about the last two episodes. So now we have Jupiter and
Oh,
the
that's
Tuxedo
so
Mask
good.
episode. The episode with Jupiter was really good. Yeah, I'm with Justin on this. That episode was really interesting. It was weird at the same time.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was a lot like the manga, pretty much.
Like the wedding dress comes alive and like possesses guys, and then they're just all asleep
Yeah.
with mannequins. They're like, "How the fuck did we get here? Did I
sounds
just
fucked
fuck a
up.
mannequin?"
Story of my life. What?
I
Okay.
like Jupiter's intro, like the way that she comes
Like-
in as a Sailor Scout. But go ahead.
Like, you mean like the transformation sequence or like
yeah,
her
the transformation
story?
sequence. I like her transformation sequence a lot.
Oh, okay. Like, at
Justin?
this
This is an off topic, and I have to say it because it deserves to be said on the podcast.
All right.
A friend just texted me that his girlfriend told him to tell me that he didn't remember what Old Yeller was.
What?
Just throw that out there.
Why?
I don't know. Like, how do you forget
It just
Old Yeller?
happened.
How
for
did that
no
have anything to
fucking
do
reason.
with anything we were talking about?
Well, he said it was a non sequitur,
Yeah,
which
it's
means
true.
unrelated. Ladies.
Oh, okay, English.
Okay, language. It would have been better if you were like, okay, Spanish, calm the fuck down.
Mr. German over here.
Jesus, Italiano.
9.
Ein.
9.
Greg, it's Ein. That was her name. I'm sorry, just continue. I don't have anything to say during this segment. Just leave.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Justin, if that's what you wanted to say.
Yeah, that's it.
What did you think of episode? What are we on? The Jupiter episode. I don't even remember what the name or episode.
5.
5. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 7 will be coming out in a couple of days.
Yeah.
That should probably timestamp us right now.
I still stand with Usagi so damn adorable every fucking time. She's just like, I'm gonna sneak up on you and eat lunch with you just out of nowhere. You seem like a nice person. And then she's just all happy about the lunch she's making. It's so great.
Yeah, she's really innocent and naive, and
But that's what makes Usagi so damn adorable.
God, I kind of forget how she acts in the old anime.
Not as adorable. Kind of more like a klutz. Less
Oops.
adorable.
But
That's all I can say. You
yeah.
guys are making it really hard to talk about this.
She's. Well, I just wanted to mention like the transformation sequences. They're really getting to me by this point. Like, it's not even the 3D anymore. It just feels like transformation sequences are kind of an outdated thing, and it just really feels like this is an anime made in 2014, and they're copying the formula somewhat of the 90s anime, and it just
It basically
it-
is the 90s anime, though.
And
Let's
it-
be honest here.
really feels like they really should have just start dropping it at this point, because it's just it's irritating at this point. Just you're spending too much time on this, and the Toei isn't exactly known for being grandeur when it comes to animation and such. But
Yeah, I can see that. But, I mean, it is something that they've been doing, and it's kind of a staple of Sailor Moon. It's just, you're right, the CG thing is kind of annoying. I will admit that. I mean, it feels like it was, for whatever reason, they spent the budget on making a 3D version of something that didn't need to be there.
Oh.
They could have just done the 2D version of it, and it would have been fine. But
even that, I just kind of think it's a staple that really shouldn't be a staple anymore. Like, pull it out and switch it, or don't do it at all. Like, it's just irritating at this point. Like, I'd rather they spend that time transforming, doing something else, anything at this point. just talking. I don't care. It's just bothering me.
I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's retro and dumb, and I like that about the Sailor Moon, the fact that it's just kind of like a throwback to the original stuff. So, I mean, for the most part, I'm enjoying the last 2 episodes, especially the Tuxedo Mask episode, which is that was interesting. Luna has a space something another underneath the arcade, which was weird. Also, they were
straight from the manga.
Yeah, they were actually in an arcade at like midnight. Like, can somebody explain to me how they broke into the arcade twice in a row?
Jizz. That's how they did it.
There was like there was like a point where like we got to meet up at the arcade tonight, and then it was just a cut straight to the arcade. They were all there. I'm like, what the fuck? That was really weird. But I mean, I'm enjoying like where the characters are going, especially with the what's her name, the queen, the evil queen.
Queen Beryl.
Yeah, Beryl. She comes out for the first time. We get to see that.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about the adaptation at this point. Like, at first it seemed like they were just going to follow the manga, and now it's becoming more obvious they're not. So I'm kind of wondering what kind of niche are they kind of trying to pull now? Like, are they really trying to capture the audience from the manga, or are they trying to capture the audience of the old show? Like, what are they doing at this point?
Probably both.
Yeah, I was going to say they're probably trying to do both at this point.
Pulling a new audience, too.
Yeah.
While doing that as well.
I mean, we got to remember this show is from an old era, Neb. So I mean, not everything's going to be nice and cleaned up, but I mean, they're doing a really good job of kind of, well, especially for me, I guess, is keeping me entertained with it. Like, I'm always interested every 2 weeks to keep watching to figure out what's going on because it is a fairly entertaining show.
Does the CG still suck?
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Okay. I spaced out for a sec, so.
But I guess since you guys really don't want to talk about this, we'll go ahead and take a break.
I didn't say that.
I didn't, not
I'm
you.
just kidding.
I just kind of already know the content. I know the content I want to start talking about, and these are the episodes. Meh.
And Justin didn't say anything.
Like, I'm more interested in the future stuff because I already know what's gonna be.
Thanks, Neb. Thanks, Nostradamus.
Let me guess. Sailor Moon wins.
What?
Bet that's gonna happen.
Anywho, so we're going to go take a break, and we'll be back with a certain scientific railgun. Do not touch that dial.
What the hell?
I don't know.
It's like a full-on, that one show that everyone else but me and Justin hated thing. The mid-break.
What?
The school show, the Slice of Life.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that everyone hated because everyone hates everything.
I don't remember what that is.
Yep, I
Damn.
forgot the name of it.
Was it
School
the one we
Days.
watched together?
Yeah, it was one of the monthly animes.
Oh, monthly animes.
It was your first suggestion, I think.
What the
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
fuck?
Right? God, I'm terrible with names, so I have an excuse.
I don't even know.
What did Justin pick?
It was the 26 episode Slice of Life show. It was really weird.
Occult Academy?
No.
No.
That's the only one I can think of that I chose.
Damn, we suck at this.
We're
We did a
terrible.
whole episode.
Justin picked that.
It's
Yeah.
School Rumble. Got it.
Oh,
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Shit.
Fuck, shit, dicks, boobs. Does anybody need to do break-like things like come?
Yeah.
do not
Like-
take a 45-minute
Like
break before going to bed.
I look at the camera directly when I said that. I don't know if anyone else caught that.
I sort of did, corner of my eye, as I looked at Nep's icon that he doesn't take a 45-minute shit.
He's like, that's my Nep impersonation. I have a Coca-Cola that I have been keeping in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna get that.
All right,
Methinks.
I'm fine.
All right, I'll be back in a mo.
Nep's gone too, right?
Yeah, I think you have to get to the bathroom.
Justin, I'm guessing you're tired, aren't you?
I have to wake up at 6. Leave me alone.
Sorry. I asked if it was going on too long, but nobody responded or had
No,
a
I
time
don't
limit.
care. As
I was
long
just
as
trying.
get-
If I wanted to end something, I would have ended it.
As long as I get some sleep, a
Sorry.
little bit of sleep doesn't matter. because I'll probably sleep when I'm done working in the morning.
I'm going to assume that I'm the only one that did not like this show as much as everybody else. Again. To be honest with you, I started watching this, and then I stopped midway through to watch other things, and then I watched the rest of it. So I kind of forget the beginning half of the show.
When did you stop? Episode 12?
Somewhere around there. Actually, it was probably more like episode 16. But...
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, the first arc's important.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's about it.
And the second arc. The first and second arc are important.
Yeah.
And there are things that play into those in other episodes.
Kind of.
Kind of. No, you had told me, the show's annoying, or it annoys me, is what you said to me. I'm like, I bet it's just Greg being fucking negative. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh, I get it!
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Annoying is not the word I would use.
Well, annoying in a way, plot-wise.
Yes. Okay.
That's really what I meant. It's it's annoying or we'll wait until we start.
Yeah. I gotcha. We'll talk about it. We'll get everything off our chests, our shoulders.
Knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
Snap, are you back?
Nep. I
Put
hate
your
you.
left foot in, you put your foot out.
So yeah, to spoil the end of fucking Berserk because you have no clue, Alex.
You told me already.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it after you watched it.
I told you about the rape and
Yeah.
the losing of the arms, and that happened.
Did the raping happen before the losing of the arms or after?
The raping was happening during the losing of the arms.
Oh.
There was
Oh, you didn't mention that part. That's
yeah, there was some shit that happened, and it was fucked.
Did he lose his penis? That's his
No.
penis.
I know, but
Thank you for liking that, Justin.
I've heard that joke before.
Fucking late.
It's good.
Fine,
Yeah,
bud.
Greg knows.
I think we should just watch Berserk, guys, for Halloween. That sounds amazing.
So
I'm not gonna lie, the lore of that show is really good. It's the ending that just made me fucking hate it so much.
So here's an Irish proverb for you. Your son is your son until he marries, but your daughter is your daughter until you die.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I like that one.
Because fuck the other one.
Too bad I cannot relate to any of those.
Irish etymology. I'm not too familiar with etymology. It says, beyond the pale, originated in Ireland in the 14th century to describe outlandish behavior. The Pale was the area of Ireland under heavy British control, and people living on its outskirts were considered outlaws.
Also, who the hell?
It's Neb. He's eating. He's eating a dick.
Man,
He didn't send me a fucking picture yet.
chewy dick.
It's a chewy dick. That's the right response. Here's an Irish blessing. I'm catching up on days I skipped. May misfortune follow you all the days of your life and never catch up. That's cute.
They caught up when I started doing this podcast with you guys.
Yeah, right? That's when the nightmares... Everything changed when the Fire Greg attacked.
I'm gonna keep clapping until we start.
Irish proverbs. Your feet will bring you to where your heart is. There you go. U2 is Irish. Thank you. Oh, here's an Irish toast.
No shit, you two's Irish. If you didn't realize Bono was Irish...
It's a fact of day calendar. They gotta fill up the fucking shitty days. Irish toast. A boy may kiss his girl goodbye. The sun may kiss the butterfly. The wine may kiss the crystal glass. And you, my friend, may kiss my ass.
Ah!
That is great. That should be the title of the show. The whole fucking thing.
I cannot wait to see what the titles of this show are going to be.
Oh, there's already one I've decided has to win.
I'm not looking until the end this time. Or until I get bored. Whoa, Jesus.
Nep's dead. Let's continue. Nep will never be suggesting a show again after this shit.
We can now finally podcast in peace.
It sounded like he just fell over.
Hopefully Nep will be podcasting in the afterlife.
You mean on the interwebs because he's a fucking computer?
He'll upload to the server that is Mup.
He will upload to the MUP server in the sky.
He'll
No,
upload to iOS MUP.
I want
Get the rest of the alphabet.
in our like Nep universe that he's creating, I want like Mup to be the name of Skynet.
Nep, are you ready after crunching on all those dicks?
Dude, don't knock it till you try it.
I mean, I've tried it once or twice.
I mean, I've crunched on a dick or two. I mean, I don't mean to brag.
I have to say this because it's on break. So do you guys know about like the Japanese candy that's like flour like gummy hard candy?
No.
Where you have to knead it and before it becomes candy?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
That's a real thing? I
Yeah.
thought Greg was being funny, and I thought...
No,
Oh,
there's a
hilarious.
candy where you actually it's on chopsticks and you knead it back and forth and it turns into like a hard candy kind of or something like that. I can't actually.
No, this is a hard candy, and it's like
Or it becomes more like taffy, I guess. I don't know.
bran flour kind of thing. And
No, I've never heard of it.
I got one at that convention, and the one lady that had the bag, it was a grab bag, and she was like,
I mean, did you grab her bag without asking first? Like, that's fucked up.
Yes, I did. I totally just stole it.
That's a berserk ending for you.
And she saw that I got one, and she said, "Oh, is that one of those flour candies?" And I'm like, showed it to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's one of those." When I had the first one I had, the only thing I could describe it as is that it tasted fancy.
What?
And I'm like,
Fancy?
what? And she's like, yeah, like I
I'm
don't know,
so fancy!
I don't know how to else
All
to
right, chill
describe
yourself,
it.
Charlie.
Dude,
I don't
Charlie's
know.
my girl.
I don't know how else to describe it. And I'm like, okay. I put it in my mouth. I started tasting it, and I'm like, this does taste fancy. And I'm
What
like,
does fancy
what the
taste
hell did I
like?
just say?
Did you fucking feel regal as shit while you were saying it? You're like, man,
No,
I'm
like
a fucking king right now.
it legit tasted fancy. Like I don't know how that's even possible. But
What
it
the fuck? I
tastes
can't even
fancy.
understand what fancy tastes like.
That's what
Can-
I said.
Can
Like,
somebody fathom or just describe fancy tasting?
I can't.
We
I
should play
can't.
D&D during Extra Life.
We should.
Oh, damn it, Alex! Because I was going to actually suggest that at one point,
We should.
and my thing was, here's the thing: we don't play as made-up characters. We just play as ourselves, and somebody else is the dungeon master.
Oh, fuck, and we can pick classes and give ourselves magic. And yeah,
exactly.
I'll be the
Yeah,
dungeon
let's do
master.
it.
I'll fuck some shit
No,
up.
somebody else would have to be the dungeon
No.
master. You would have to be part of the game.
No, I would be part of the game. I'd be the most important part. Well, the thing is, like, magic, lightning shit would strike, and you guys could be teleported to a magical world, and I die immediately, and my
No.
spirit goes on and becomes the dungeon master. That's
Alex,
the plot.
I want to
I
protect
was actually
you.
going to suggest that shit to you, but you brought it up. So
Or like, no, I get captured, and I'm the princess, and you guys have to save me.
Oh well, then fuck.
that
I'm
would
gonna
be
kill
beautiful.
everybody, and I'm gonna make sure I'm the only one who saves you.
Of course, Justin's a man after my own heart. I'm rolling my 20 right now.
Or we could just divide each other up. Me and Justin could be on a team, while the Irrational Passion guys are on a team, and we just have the power to resurrect you whenever we fucking feel like
That'd
it.
be a
because-
DM nightmare. See, whoever resurrects me or whoever saves me, I'm part of that podcast and more so.
Who like Alex?
that is the quest.
It's
the quest
Mup
for the
team
better.
versus IP team.
That would do.
That means Nep has to come.
No, Neff would just be there, but he would be the computer ally that we have, like the ghost from fucking
Yeah,
Destiny.
he's your Pokedex.
He's our
He would
person.
basically be Dinklage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I'm back.
we should
This sounds
totally
like
do
the
it.
best game ever. We should totally do this.
I'm ready, and I'm like, we should
What?
play like designate like at least 2 hours to D&D during Extra Life. That'd
We
be fucking
should.
Awesome.
What?
We were just talking about Extra Life. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Although
Alright.
you will be watching.
You better be watching.
Nip. You watched last year, which I appreciate.
What day is this?
October 25th.
2014, if you weren't sure.
Oh yeah, you have the con thing, right? Or did that already happen?
25th.
I think the convention's the first weekend of October. Maybe.
Or was last week? You
No,
that-
it's a Saturday. I'll be working that day.
Yeah, but it goes on for 24 hours. There will be
Like
a
4 hours of
segment
seeing our faces.
where you're probably not going to be working. Or
If you tweet it when I'm off work, I guess I could click on the link.
I'll be
Nep,
tweeting.
when
it every,
are you off work?
every
When
30
are you
minutes.
off work?
The morning.
That
Yeah,
narrows it down.
you work like from like what 2 a.m. to whatever or something.
We're recording. I'm not gonna give out that information.
Oh, that's
I
true.
was being fucking facetious, by the way, just so you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you work in the nights, the eves.
I'm aware when Nep is at home.
Yeah. Some like
I actually
know
have my
what
Nep
you
cam just sitting there. It's just it's sitting in the corner.
it's actually in
Watching
his
him.
robot brain. Yeah.
Well, if you see me online on PSN, you could kind of tell when I'm home.
It's true. I see you online, and I'm like, I know what Nep's doing. He's playing something fucking super desu,
Kawaii.
kawaii. All right, Greg. Whenever you're ready,
all right.
big boy.
You know it. I don't know what that was.
Big boy.
The magic belongs to me. Anyways,
What the fuck is going on?
Can't teach it at old dog new tricks, guys. I look over at this fucking calendar sitting here, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, calendar. It's like it's being pretentious to me.
an inanimate object is pissing Alex off. This is actually pretty.
It's like on my desk. It's looking at me. I'm just gonna turn
It's
it
like,
away.
fuck you. Fuck you. Anyways. Alright, guys. We are back. Ready to talk about some scientific railgun. A certain scientific railgun, excuse me.
It's a very specific one, Greg. I don't think
Very.
you know how important this is.
Super specific.
I think Nep should give us the rundown. It's his choice.
Okay, so yeah, a certain scientific railgun,
Well-
also known as Tuaro Kagaku no railgun.
Alright, we'll
It
just skip
is-
the whole top portion here and just go
it
right into the
is-
plot
He'll
summary.
do it. He'll do it.
It is licensed by Funimation. You can find it streaming over on Funimation's site on Hulu, and you can purchase it at Funimation, Amazon, Right Stuff, all the usual anime sites. They're going to be carrying Funimation products, so yeah, you're pretty much set if you want it.
I'm sorry, Nep. I had to derail you there. I knew what you were going to do, and I had to stop you.
He's like, well, you're the one that says it's all important to talk about where you can stream it.
It
I
was
love you,
nice that Hulu had the sub and the dub. I'll say.
They
A
did.
little bit of the dub.
Didn't they have all of it?
I think they only had like up to episode 7 or something.
Alex, you had to watch it, so...
I watched some of it on Hulu and I watched some of it on Crunchyroll. So,
Wait, what?
What?
yeah. That's right. It's not on Crunchyroll. I don't.
Yeah,
where the fuck
what?
did I
I was about
watch
to
it?
say how to watch Crunchyroll.
What?
You watch it on Funimation?
I was watching it on my computer screen. That's all I know, guys. It was a playlist and I watched it all.
Jesus.
And then I closed the window and I was like, finally, I'm done. And I tweeted at Net pretentiously. So,
All right, Nep. Go ahead and read that plot summary.
So, yeah. Anyway, right. So, railgun. It's basically Academy City is a place that has slightly futuristic technology and is home to a special group of people known as Espers. Each Esper has a specific power and level ranking of their strength. In this city, there is a prize level 5 Esper that is known as the Railgun, the ace of Tokiwadai. She is a normal high school girl that is roommates with a member of Judgment, which is a group of ordinary citizens that sometimes works together with anti-skill on Esper-related incidents that occur throughout the city. And just to make it clear, like, Railgun is the spin-off of Index, which, it's a certain magical index is the main series. This is a spin-off of that where the side characters, or rather, not the main characters, got their own show, which is Kuroko and Misaka. They got this show, and they are characters from Index, and they invented a lot of characters for Railgun, like Uehiro and Saten are invented for this show, and then they actually got retconned into Index after the popularity of this, and how it started affecting the actual story of Index itself. So yeah, this was kind of a big thing that ended up succeeding and coming out, and got 2 seasons, and Index got 2 seasons and even a movie. So this is kind of a good following show, like that has a good following.
Oh, I just looked up a little info about Index. The guy with the power to stop other powers is the main character of Index, which makes a lot more sense.
Well,
Yeah,
that would have
Index-
fucking made sense if I. Yeah, no, that would have made a lot more sense.
That's on us then. Never mind.
Yeah, Index characters show up minorly and don't do too much in Railgun.
Thanks, Ned, for explaining that ahead of time.
No, he
Appreciate it.
did, but he didn't mention the character crossover. That's all. That was on us. I'll take responsibility for everyone here.
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys?
I'll go get eaten by a giant cockroach.
Cockroach alien thing.
That skins you alive before eating you.
Dude, why do you gotta fucking tell me all this shit?
Anywho, moving on.
All right, so Railgun. Basically, so you guys didn't know?
Not really, no.
Thanks. Yeah. No.
Like,
Because you had mentioned it, and I said I was going to look it up, and then a month went by.
I mentioned this was a spin-off, and they have light crossovers, and I didn't go into much more than that.
I knew it was a spin-off, but I didn't know what characters were crossing over.
Yeah, I didn't either. But the priestess from one of the episodes,
she should have been obvious just by the level of detail of her.
Yeah,
design.
I was like, she looks like a character. And I've never seen her before, so yeah, it's making more sense. What is?
Yeah, she's not supposed to be big because she has her own show.
Yeah, I gotcha. I understand. All right, it makes more sense now.
But yeah, these are like a light novel series that then got adapted into anime and manga.
Of course.
So yeah, that's the source material, and this anime, this season that we watched basically only covered the first story arc of Railgun, and there's plenty more of it, for both series.
Okay.
And there's even a third. There's going to be a third series that focuses on a later character that you see in season 2 of Railgun. So it's going to be one main series and then 2 spin-offs. So yeah, this is just this Railgun, Index, and soon Accelerator this is just growing basically.
Okay, so have you watched Index, Nep?
No, I have been really against it for a long time, and I just didn't give a shit. And I am slowly coming around and wanting to try it out, but I'm not really holding my breath because I'm still not overly interested, but I am kind of getting more and more into wanting to give it a shot.
Okay.
Basically.
So we don't have to go over each and every fucking character.
No.
God knows I don't remember anyone's names. What did you think of the show generally, Nep?
I hate it mostly. Like, it's a pretty bad adaptation. It has a fuck ton of filler. Like, it's one of the biggest offenders of shows with filler. Like, the actual main story, that's about 5 episodes of all this.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Like,
No one's arguing with that.
It is really
Hey,
bad.
at least
with
now I
filler.
can say that this show was fucking horrible and I disliked it.
Go
well.
continue, Nep.
Like,
You'll have your turn, Greg.
I know, but I had to say it.
He couldn't hold it in.
I couldn't. Nep is hating on a show that he made us watch. Fuck you, Nep.
All right, continue.
So yeah, basically the greatest strength of the series, I'm not even gonna say it's the anime at all, but the series is like the characters and like how fleshed out they are and how they're like none of these characters are one-dimensional. Like you have lots of layers to these characters. Like even like Kuroko, which in any other show would have been just this lesbian character that's there for laughs, who actually has actual purpose and depth, and you have actual sides to her, like where she's not actually even hitting on Misaka and is actually doing lots of important stuff and like has connections with other characters, and like how all of these characters are like that, and like that is a really good strong driving point of the series, and not so much for the anime. God. But just
So, not a fan.
Of the anime. Like,
Okay.
It's because I was a fan of the series that I wanted to watch this.
Okay.
Like, I will always praise the manga, not the anime.
It's funny how that's always the case. Like, 100% of the time. Can any of you think, just side tangent here, can any of you think of an anime that you like more than the manga?
Since I don't read a lot of manga, none of it.
I
'Cause I usually-
can, but both were shit, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Justin?
Nope, can't think of any because I don't read that much.
Like,
Okay.
I would say Kanazuki no Miko anime was better, but they were both shit, so whatever.
The lesser of two evils, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right. Is there any other
But-
general things to say about the show for you?
What language did you guys watch it?
I watched
Subbed. Or not
Dub.
subbed, sorry.
Subbed.
I watched, dub.
Okay.
Make sure that I
I like the
again.
dub. I thought it was good.
I would never say that because, okay, so Amazon streaming had like this little promotion where you could watch the first episode for free of shows. One of them was second season of Railgun, so I watched that in dub. Fucking awful. I would never say anything nice about it.
Why? What was
Like,
the clinch pin?
They all suck. Like they really don't capture the characters at all, and they're just like they can act and everything. It's just they're not acting the characters. It's just
It's hard to get that impression from
miscast.
one episode, though. Although I haven't seen the first episode of the second season, I don't know if there's like 15 exceptionally deep character moments. But I mean, it wasn't like the best dub ever. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I thought it was fine.
like
For what they
And-
were portraying, yes.
then
Yeah.
there's just a whole bunch of stuff lost in translation.
I'm sure.
Like-
Well, that
Like,
happens
just-
with a lot of things, Nep. It can't be perfect
Like
100% of
there's
the
like
time.
entire character personalities that just come from the voice that don't carry over.
Yeah, but like keep in mind for me watching, the personality doesn't carry in the voice when I hear it a lot in Japanese. Just I can't pick up on that stuff. Just that's my personal opinion. But I understand what you're saying. All right. Anything else generally to say? We'll get into the specifics later.
The stuff that
obviously.
actually did adapted was good material. It's just so much of it wasn't adapted, and it just kind of goes to show like the studio sucks ass at inventing stuff, inventing content, inventing episodes.
Yeah.
They suck ass.
All right. Going from suck ass to suck Greg, ladies. Greg, please. You have your moment to shine. I'm sure you have so much to say, so much positive things.
I know. I'm just full of thoughtful information, Alex, right?
I didn't say facetiously anything like that.
I know, but you were thinking it.
100%.
No, like, I thought the show, it was bad in a way where, like, the characters and overall plot made little to no sense in this world to me. Like, I felt all the characters were way too cliche. Like, we have a semi-Sundari girl that isn't really Sundari, but they try to make her Sundari, and it really pissed me off because they failed. Then we have, like, the one best friend that is a
Just gonna put that out there.
That is a complete pervert that, is there for the fucking...
That is like a complete one-note character in that sense.
Yeah. And then we have the two other characters that were kind of just there because they needed something there.
Okay.
That's what I felt, at least.
No, that's fine. It's your opinion.
And, like, the overall plot, like, what was the plot of the show? Like, seriously, though. Let's
I can tell you the main canon plot and not the filler crap.
What is the main canon plot? I'm fascinated, honestly.
I'm not.
The only other one that's in the character list. Kiama's story.
Okay. That's
and
what
I'm
I thought.
not talking about the second half. Like, basically, it's like episode 1, 4, and then like 9 through 12.
Yeah.
Those are the only episodes part of the main story. Everything else is just bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, but, like, that's exactly why this show kind of sucked, because, like, I felt like I wasn't really watching anything other than just characters doing... I will admit, there was one episode that I completely skipped because it was just...
Oh, the bikini shoot episode?
No, not that one. It was the one where they were trying to get their... not teacher, but
their dorm master.
Yeah, and I was like, does this show have a point? Or, like, this episode have a point at all? And I just skipped through it, and I was like, this didn't have a fucking point. Like, I was getting tired of just watching these episodes that were, like, one-offs constantly, and they didn't lead in anything, and all that mattered was, like, the last 4 episodes of the show, and, like, even that was just, like, a horrible boss battle full of cliches.
Oh, that was entirely filler and non-canon, so that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's great.
Thanks. So I wasted my time with that, too. But, like, throughout the show, I felt like every time something happened, I was like, dun, dun, dun!
Like, straight up, like, episode 12 was the last episode that actually matters.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, like,
Like,
I
it's
felt no
really
punch.
obvious the creators knew that they got a good property, and so they were just fucking milking it. Like, they knew it was gonna do good, and they really
Beat the dead horse into 24 episodes.
They abused it so badly.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't feel like the show went anywhere, nor had any sole purpose. Like, I got what we were supposed to get out of, like, Kiyama, but, like, even that was barely explained. And it was barely explained at the end, too. Like,
Yeah.
it was this thing that was just kind of there.
Oh, I hate that resolution, like, that made-up resolution that isn't canon at all.
Thanks, Nev. Again, thanks for making us watch a show that you hate.
Well, did you know this going into the show?
No, I expected it to be better. Like, I expected it to just adapt the manga, or better yet, just a light novel. Just be better adaptation than this,
Well,
and
you
not make up shit like this. That's fucking awful.
Well,
You
we all
should
make
have said
mistakes.
that.
Well, he
You should have
did.
said that
Well,
from
he
the
said
beginning.
he said like this could be good.
Like, I straight up said this was a backlog title, so I didn't fucking know.
All right. I'll cut you some slack.
All right. Anything else generally to add, Greg?
I just, like, I didn't care for any of the characters, in all honesty. I thought that they were all kind of, like, meh characters, and that the city they were living in was, like, interesting, but we didn't get to understand what was going on. Also, the fact that Misaka is, like, a level 5 Esper, and there's, like, 10 of them, but
There's 7.
There's
All right.
7 of them. Okay, whatever. And we only see her, like, where the fuck are all the other ones when they were fighting that giant fetus thing? Like, there's 7 other people that have the same amount of power she does, but they don't show the fuck up.
When
They
the show...
don't.
Go ahead, Neb. Sorry.
Yeah, from the manga, you see 2 more level 5s. They don't give a shit about people. Like, one of them just wants to get stronger and enjoys killing people, and the other one just has her own
I
objectives.
like that person.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, they're not good guys. What made you think that?
Well, they don't talk about them ever.
How was I supposed to know, Nep? Like, seriously,
Well,
3 of us here are going in
you
straight blind. We
You
have
see
no
the
clue.
show where you have these characters that, like, these level 2s and level 3s that were doing bad stuff. What made you think the level 5s would be any different?
Because our only level 5 is the one character that's like a good person.
And I'm assuming that the other dude was a level 5 that could fucking bend space
He's
and
a
time.
level 0, apparent, according to this Wikipedia entry.
yeah,
That makes no
fascinating.
fucking sense.
technically, because they can't actually rate his power, so he's stuck as a level 0, even though it's obvious he's not.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But like, I don't
They
know.
should have gave his level over 9,000 and just went with it.
Vegeta,
Okay.
what's his power level?
Okay, we'll move on then. Justin,
The over.
hi. What did you think, just generally speaking, of a certain scientific railgun?
I thought this certain scientific railgun
This
Kind of.
specific railgun.
It's very,
Was-
very specific.
kind of meh.
Okay.
I watched 4 episodes, and then I'm like, what the fuck genre is this?
Thank you. I had to ask myself that too.
I think it was
first
episode 4 that I tweeted, like, what the fuck am I even watching?
First episode, I'm like, oh, it's a slice of life with some fighting, a little bit of fighting. Second episode, oh, so it's a slice of life ecchi anime because this chick keeps looking up the one chick's skirt. All right. Next one, fighting and looking up skirts, and I'm like, oh, now it's fighting and ecchi. What the fuck do you want from me?
The show doesn't know what it wants. That was the problem with the show.
So then, fourth episode, I'm like, all right, they're gonna do all 3, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm watching, what is going on, and then at that point, I'm like, just some of the shit I don't care about. The action scenes were good, but I didn't care about all this other stuff.
The action themes were very interesting, but like, why? That's the question I kept asking myself the entire show. Why?
Okay.
Why are these things happening? I don't.
We can talk in a bit. We can all banter for a mo, but I just want to get everyone's feelings out there.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You're fine, Justin. Anything else? Did you at any point realize what the fuck you were watching?
Hold on. I'll explain right now.
Okay.
Episode 5, I'm watching, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something else while watching this show. So for episode 5 up to 24, I was half paying attention, so I literally kind of can't explain a single episode, maybe except for I remember the swimsuit one, the fetus, mech suit woman at the end.
Mitsuru, yeah.
Sure.
Obvious bad guy is obvious.
Oh my god, so obvious.
Dun dun dun.
Let's see. Oh, more looking up the person's skirt. Main character likes cute things. Won't admit
Specifically
it.
frogs.
And
That was cute.
she hates that one guy. And that's about all I got.
Who's the main character of the actual show?
The one
Just
that
different.
flips the coin and goes with electricity.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay. As for me, this isn't going to be a 3v1 battle. Don't worry. I'm mostly with you guys.
Okay.
Here is my thing. The show, and I know this in my head, the show isn't good by any stretch of the imagination because nothing fucking happens. And I know that. And it was about episode 20 where I'm sitting there like, how do I feel right now?
Thank you.
Man, I
And
can't believe I'm the one who caught that really early on.
no, I caught it early on. Like I said, episode 4, I tweeted out like, "What the fuck is this show?" But I didn't think it because I was just consuming it, and I didn't stop. Yeah, I watched it in 2 sittings, 12 episode sittings. I didn't stop at any point, even to pee. I just watched it, and I was like, "How do I feel about this?" I don't think it's a good show, but I think I liked it.
What?
I don't know why.
Did an inception something into your head that made you dumb?
Like, I really liked the characters. I don't know, and I liked the world a lot. I was like, by the end of it, I'm like, I could sit through like another season with these characters because I liked them all. If I had like a least favorite character, it was Mirai, but like she still had her point. Her roommate.
Oh yeah, Shirai.
Sorry, I don't know why I put an M in there. But I think it was because I was reading about Mordor. I don't know. but I don't know. I liked what I saw, but I knew it wasn't good. I recognized it. Like, this isn't good. There's no plot. Nothing's happening. I've watched 6 consecutive episodes where literally nothing happened.
Alex,
why
there are 2 things in this show that I should instantly like: Sundari and Twin Tail, and I fuck it.
I still don't get the Sundari thing. I didn't think the main girl was too nice.
There are things that I read on the internet where they call her Sundari in some reviews.
Well,
they give her the Sundari.
everything you read on the internet isn't true, Greg.
Except when it comes from the Anime
Yeah,
News
it
Network, which is done
All right,
by professional anime reviewers.
Shut up. Anime News Network is as opinionated as all us, and we're all twats.
Bloody right.
But like, I'm really interested in that world. I think I'm gonna go watch Index. Probably.
You do that and come back to us.
Maybe like that has like a
You'll just be
line.
like brain dead and you'll get like a seizure from something.
Well, when I finished it, the 2 things I was when you explain it, because I had forgotten that it was a spinoff. When you say it's a spinoff, like, it immediately made so much sense. I was like, oh, like this show doesn't have to have a plot. It's just bullshit. Because there's like another show that does the heavy lifting for it, and like
I'm assuming.
I hope, God, let's hope so. Please.
You come back and you watch like the 2nd season of Railgun and Index,
I'm thinking about doing that.
and all you start speaking is
Oh, I know. I know
we
for
know not
sure
what.
that season 2 of Railgun does the same thing, where it's only a couple episodes of actual plot and then more bullshit. Like, straight up, the second half again is just filler shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna watch that probably.
They really know they can milk this shit, and they are totally.
Man, they got you
trying to
hook,
get
line,
away.
and sinker, Alex. You're
I
like a
don't know
fucking-
what they did.
So
She's like Railgun, like herself. She's just really cool.
Like,
Misaka?
I
Yeah.
really feel that they should have just made it 12 episodes and stick to the actual source material and
Totally.
and like actually adapt the story arcs. Like, they could probably have, like, really, if they tried, like, they could have done a good job of adapting both story arcs of season 1 and 2 into 12 episodes and not really lose anything from it, and that would have been a way better show because it would have been a lot more concise and have a fucking point.
Yeah, I haven't even.
Like-
I don't even know what the other plot is, but I can already agree with you.
Story arc 2 revolves around becoming level 6 and fighting the strongest level 5 of them all.
Yeah,
that
Go ahead.
really outclasses Misaka herself. Like holy
That's depressing.
fuck, they are like they're level 5 and yet they're worlds apart in terms of strength.
That's awesome.
Bullshit.
I after I finished it, I'm like, so is there a season 2? So there's a season 2. Like, what's the first episode about? It's like, she meets another level 5. I'm like, I'm already interested. They already got me.
God damn it, Alex.
God knows we didn't see one of those in this show.
Alex, don't be a fixer level upper.
Ah,
Listen, I might watch Index. I want to give Index a shot because, like, that's where, the important stuff happens. It sounds like, again, we can only pray. But I liked the show. It wasn't a good show. Don't listen to me. I just enjoyed it for what it was, which was bullshit. I like bullshit.
Like,
well, we learned something new about Alex.
this show in the hands of this team was fucking awful. Like, I really think it should have been handed off to somebody else that probably would have treated it better and not done such shit jobs. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think like I said, I don't think the parts that I was interested were done well. So that is my opinion of the show.
All right, let's get
Like,
into something else.
It has shining moments of brilliance, and that's pretty much when they're going from the source material, which isn't often. That's why it's so easy to see it as bad, because they don't, like, this is not really the creation of the original people, and it's just a bastardization on so many levels.
And like I think those moments stand out.
Especially when they try and incorporate characters that aren't supposed to exist yet into the story that just doesn't flow because they're not supposed to even be there. Like straight up, like my favorite character isn't even supposed to be until story arc 3.
So like who is like I'm just curious.
Congo.
Okay.
Like straight up, she's not even supposed to be there, and they don't even get the character right. That's not how she acts at all.
Congo is who again?
She's the one with the fan.
Oh.
Right?
They straight up fucked her up. Like that's not how she acts.
Really? Because
Weird.
Hell
That's
no,
crazy.
she's a lot better.
she's a total bitch in this show.
Well,
Exactly,
obviously.
they fucked it up.
That's insane. I like how just crazy they'll just do like this absurd change to something important.
And then also her lackeys basically are also story arc 3 characters, and they don't ever even meet up. They don't know each other. Like, Kongo doesn't even know Kuroko. They never meet up. They don't know each other. They don't have a background.
Well,
Why
actually,
the fuck are you doing this?
Neb, they all went to a magical room that could transport them to a beach, and then they took bikini shots. Didn't you pay attention?
God.
I will say that was the one moment where I was sitting in my room watching, being like, I can fucking skip this shit. I can do it right now. I can just skip this episode. I don't have to watch it. And I watched the whole thing. I watched every second of every episode, and
I only skipped one episode, Alex, so...
And that wasn't even the one. I liked the episode you skipped, even though, again, it was just bullshit.
That's
but
that's the reason I skipped it, because I was like, after watching 2 other episodes that were complete bullshit, I'm like, is this going to be another episode full? It is. Fuck.
I thought I didn't expect the level upper to be a song. I thought that was cool. Guys,
what the fuck, Alex?
Oh yeah,
I just
that's
don't
a thing.
be angry at me. Like I enjoyed it.
I'm
for
not
what
angry
it
at
was.
you. I'm just like astonished.
I'm
like,
not
it's
sitting here defending the show, saying,
No,
"Well, Greg, you're stupid."
No, Alex, I'm not doing that to you. I'm just. It's amazing how much you like actually kind of like this.
I mean, like, all right, if I had to rate my enjoyment of the show, it would be a 6. It would be good, just above mediocre, and that's it.
I would totally defend Railgun the series, but not this adaptation.
I bet you're right.
Like just
I bet you're so right.
straight up, like this is not a good introduction into it. Now that I've seen it, like holy fuck, that was a mistake.
So you fucked all of us. Is what you're saying.
I thought it was gonna go with the same quality that the source material, or rather, just the manga adaptation did. Like it was 1,000 times better.
Well,
and that's also an adaptation.
Well, guess what, guys? I'm gonna watch Index next month, and we're gonna know the truth if there's anything.
I
redeemable
want
about
you
this
to
end.
now. I want to know, Alex. I want to know.
I want to know too.
Is there hope? Is there hope?
Is there hope left? I'll watch Index season 2, but I'll watch season 2 first, so that like I can hopefully palate cleanse with Index. If I'm dead next month, that's how you know Index was also terrible.
Just tweet at me like every episode and tell me how it went. Just give it your rating. Just
I'll
every
probably,
episode.
I'll probably watch some Index tonight. I have to watch something before I go to bed. and I
Just
finished
toss a
Game
rating
Grumps.
at me. Just tell me every episode's rating.
Episode 1, 10. Episode, every other episode, 1, 1, 1. What am I even watching out of 10? Garbage out of 10. Just shot myself in the leg out of 10.
Please do that.
I mean, like, fuck, if nobody liked it, is there really anything to talk about? We all fucking touched on the problem with the show.
Yeah,
It's fucking bullshit. There's no
like
plot.
all you really need to know, guys, is like why. That's really what you need to know is why.
I want to
Fill
know
in
more
that
about
blank.
what
Why
Justin
blank
thinks.
railgun?
Because he hasn't said anything, really.
Because I just said I watched 5 through 24 by half watching it. I was watching Giant Bomb videos while watching it. I couldn't take the show. God,
I mean, I played my fair share of Pokemon while watching it, but still, I was paying I was paying way more attention than I needed to. How about that? How's that sound?
like
They
I
were
said, the points I said, that is all I remember. Oh, and no, I'm not even gonna say because I don't even remember the name.
Here's the
Trying to
thing with
take-
the. Go ahead, Justin.
So just trying to take pictures of the other girl because, oh man, you look really good in that bikini, yes, stand still.
She was like fucking so mean about the shorts, man. Dude, just leave her alone. She wants to wear shorts under her skirt. She can, you fucking dick. Jesus!
Hardcore Yuri character is hardcore.
Dude, God, so not up my alley. I would like to imagine that when you guys saw her just doing her thing, you were thinking of me going, I bet Alex is fucking super stoked right now.
Kind of, yeah, actually. I was like, Alex is just disgusted with this.
It was maybe funny once, and the other times I was like, guys, come on!
They did run that joke into the ground, though, let's be honest.
Oh, like, immediately. Like, it was funny when she was waiting in the room.
The aphrodisiac thing was hilarious.
That was funny, too.
There were some moments of comedy that I did enjoy. But other times I was just like, what the fuck,
I liked that, fucking Christ, her name's not even on here. The main character's name.
Misaka?
Misaka. I liked that she was just like a badass.
It's right there, the first one.
I saw. Oh, it's because it's in the other font. I immediately looked away from it like it was the word characters. I thought that it was cool that she was like cool the whole time. Like she was always like holding back until the very end. Like that never happens. And I'm sure as Nep mentioned, like she's like a complete nothing compared to some of the other powerful characters. God damn it! Sorry, this is Google Doc problems are happening right now.
I'm watching this and it's pretty amusing.
And I get that, but like I liked that there was no challenge she couldn't overcome in the show. So I don't know.
I like the art style. I thought that was good. The music was almost non-existent, other than the opener and ender. But it's the story that kills it. Like, there are certain points in the story. I want to give it a very specific example of what I thought was complete bullshit for this story.
Okay.
So you guys remember that one dude that was using the level upper that was like blowing up shit?
Oh, the guy that was using like the gravity thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I thought that guy was actually kind of doing the right thing because, like, Misaka just ignores that dude after being beaten up. Like, I would do the fucking same thing. Like, that was bullshit.
What, killing people?
No, well, like, I mean, the guy was getting bullied like that shit, and she just ignores him and walks away, like, did nothing. I'm like, what the hell? What type of show is this?
That was, like, the only episode in between all of the filler shit that was actually part of the story.
Well, that's weird, but...
That was, like, straight up one of the only episodes.
I just want to throw that out there that like that was kind of like, man.
I don't remember him getting bullied. So
it was the episode before he actually tries to kill people.
Okay. Yeah, then I probably wouldn't remember.
Is this the guy that had the stuffed animals and?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I remembered something.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that guy, like, killing people's not cool, but like he was getting bullied like all the time, and like one episode where he just kind of like Misaka just blows him off like that. I like, man.
Well, I mean,
double standards of this city. Holy shit.
Let's just take a moment, guys. Killing people's not cool.
No.
From Gregory Blaney, thumbs up, teeth gleam in the corner.
The more you know.
The more you know, please.
But I don't know. That was just me. I thought that was something that was really messed up that they handled very poorly.
Yeah, bullying sucks, man. Well, like I like they were building this great world of like people who aren't espers are just like they're fucking super bummed out about it because they live in a city full of them, and like there's like this kind of status quo that they feel like they're not meeting. So I don't know. I thought it was cool.
The lore of the city is interesting, but fuck the show, it didn't go into any of that.
Again, yeah, like the show completely ignores the kind of the base of like what made it interesting for me. So I mean that's why I'm gonna watch.
If it ignores the source material, what makes you think it'll pay attention to the lore?
Yeah. Well, again, we didn't know.
But anyways,
ignorance is bliss.
At this point, we're just going around in circles.
Yeah, I mean. They should have done better. I don't know.
Show we all hate.
You know, like
equally.
I straight up
Except for
know
Alex.
how good it can get, and like, holy fuck, I am pissed at this adaptation. Like, it really, this company,
It's like my feeling
they
with fucking
suck ass.
FSNAO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
feel you there,
it
Matt.
just kind of goes to show that, you know, like, especially just adding characters that aren't supposed to be there and then twisting them into these shitty roles, into like these one-dimensional characters, like, even though they were filler episodes, like, at least even the main characters had some depth to them, and they weren't one-dimensional, and it's just, fucking hell.
Yeah.
An entire video game boss battle at the end was
Like,
stupid as fuck.
It was so dumb.
It was
Like,
so,
I didn't like that.
Wait,
It was
what?
dumb. It
The
was.
video game boss battle at the end.
It was like, oh, I'm gonna fight you, and then all of a sudden they just
Oh.
ran out of
The whole not
nothingness.
canon thing that never actually ever happened.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's a video
Yeah,
game
this
fucking
goes
boss battle
to
all the way to
show-
the end.
Yeah, it just goes to show they don't know how to make up a story and make it good or make it work at all. Like, holy fuck, they messed up so much.
Yeah.
Actually, I just figured out what my favorite part of the show was.
Nothing.
When it ended.
Well, I could tell you what my favorite episode is afterwards, but it was when Perfect Cell was fighting Gohan, and they both did their Kamehamehas, and Gohan won.
Fucking hate.
Remember that part at the last episode?
Why am I on this podcast?
Because you love us.
I did.
No, that clearly happened. Didn't you guys watch it?
That fucking part does happen in the show
Yeah.
between a quarter and a fucking actual railgun.
Fucking god.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden I can use my railgun to fire an even larger object into your bigger
Well,
robot.
she said you didn't know if she could do that.
And then they did. Because what the
Hey,
fuck?
that part was cool.
And they
Alright.
even
It
went
was
so
kinda
far as to
cool,
say,
but it
like,
was
I
still-
studied your shit and I got a stronger version of it, and it still doesn't fucking matter.
And it's like, no, it's
Like,
not a
they
stronger
literally
version.
needed an action scene, and they needed to end it quickly as soon as they start it, and that's what they decided. Like, no, we're gonna ignore our own fucking logic that we made up and go
You know,
fuck it anyway.
there was a guy who was like looking over an animator's shoulder while I was having. He's like, yeah, it looks good. Just it's done. All right, cool.
Cool,
then-
cool. And then
Like-
he just walks out. He's like, "Cool, bro. Go home. Go in bed. Go
Like,
home.
they
Go
sh-
bed."
They straight up knew the points they were gonna hit, and so they needed to, like, pace out like how much they were gonna put to action and how much they were just gonna end it as fucking fast as possible.
The fact that they had two boss battles was so stupid. It was so gross.
I like when the show went full Persona 4. I was like, what? Justin, for you, that's when the fetus showed up.
Oh, as soon as I saw the fetus, I'm like, when did they go into the TV world, and why are there no game areas, and why is there no pixelated knight that they're fighting right now?
Yeah, Greg, to touch on what you were saying earlier about the animator leaving, I would like to quote the great philosopher Chip the Ripper, also known as King Chip, who is a rapper, for those of you who don't know. Fuck a lady, get the money, sip the liquor, 'cause bitches ain't shit. Mother Nature was a stripper.
Was that an Irish proverb?
No, it's not an Irish although that fucking should be. Fuck a lady, get the money, sip the liquor, 'cause bitches ain't shit. Mother Nature was a stripper. I think that that wraps up our discussion, honestly.
Yeah, no, that pretty much sums up everything.
Like, I do want to say something about Kongo though.
Okay.
Like,
Kongo-
even though she's not
Kongo.
even supposed to be there, like, I do want to say like what kind of character she actually is. Like, she's like a very socially awkward person. Like, when she first appears, it's her first time being there. She doesn't know anybody, and she thought like basically if she like acted like a source of figure, like a power figure, like just ooze out charisma, she would attract people and get friends and do stuff like that, and that just blew up in her face, like in her introduction, and ends up being like the only person she ends up making friends with is Misaka, and she doesn't even know that she's a railgun. and like after that, like she becomes a very, very loyal friend to Misaka, and that's what really made me cling to her. Like she's very loyal and just a good friend, and is willing to do stuff for her, and like straight up in her moment, like she gets into a fight that like really there was kind of a 50-50 if she was even going to win it, and she gets her ass beaten, and she's like very clinging to the idea of helping out Misaka, and just fuck, she's such a better character than this shit.
Hey, well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's completely fucking different.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah, straight up. This is the kind of changes I'm talking about, where they add characters that aren't supposed to be there and fuck them over.
Yeah.
And also the two girls, they were also story 3 characters. They don't have as much of a defining moment as Kongo, but they also are pretty much on the same boat as Kongo, where they are loyal to their friends and are willing to help out. And they also work really well together. Their powers really help each other out. Like they kind of are they're friends, and their powers go with one another. And
Yeah.
Hey, so here's another thing that kind of upsetted me just a little bit. Why did Shirai get her own episode for the past, and we know nothing about Misaka?
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
How did that happen?
oh, story arc 3.
Thanks.
I mean,
Straight
watch
up.
season 2, Greg. I'm sure you really want to.
No.
No, I agree with Greg.
Well,
That should have been
actually,
established.
story arc 2 and 3 kind of both end up covering Misaka's past a lot.
But it's so dumb.
I'm
why did Shirai
curious.
get an entire episode when she's the secondary main character?
I'm curious, Nep. Is she an orphan?
Yep, actually.
Wow.
Dude,
Like-
fucking, I write this shit. You can just sign the check, fuck the bitch, sip the money, get the liquor.
Sip the money.
Sip the money, get the liquor.
I believe she's a child error. I forget.
That'd be interesting.
But yeah, like her
The things
whole
that
past.
you tell me are more interesting than 24 episodes of this show.
Yeah,
Yeah, can we
that's
just have story time with Nep where he tells us the
that's
actual
the
plot?
problem with this show. Like, holy fuck! Like, that's my frustration with it. Is like I know how good it can get, and this is not even close to it.
I'm sorry,
It's
man.
not even like a fraction of how good the show, of how good the series is. Not the show. Fuck this. I know how good it can get, and fuck, it's frustrating.
I have an idea for a palate cleanser. How about we listen to Silver PR drop some mad jingle jams on us?
Yeah.
I wonder if he
Email
answered the
time.
legal question about heart. Like I asked.
What about like earth and water and fire and
Just heart. That's the only
Alex,
one that
I'm
matters.
going to come to your house and kick you square in the nuts.
and make sweet love to me? I would like to imagine that mine and Greg's relationship is like Misaka and Shirai's relationship. Like, let's be real here.
Which one am I in this relationship?
Wait,
A
Greg,
very
aren't-
strong homo lust.
Oh yeah, dude, one-sided as fuck. I'm gonna put Greg in a maid costume during Extra Life, the whole 24 hours, and I'm just gonna take upskirt shots.
And it's just going to be my junk.
Just dick. Anyway,
How's it going, Malicious Underground X? SoPR here. Before I
Hi,
start talking about
SoPR.
anime, I just want to clear the air and just resolve, or at least just end the whole ordeal for the past months with Greg and Captain Earth.
God,
Okay, guys. There's
Captain
no
Planet.
heart. There's no ring of heart. There's
Damn it.
no
this is
wing ring.
Cut
There's
him
no
off.
fire ring.
Don't wanna hear it
There's
anymore.
no fucking monkey ring.
Thanks for the voicemail, Silver PR. Greg,
you.
please.
There's no hell. I just want to use power rings. There's nothing. Seriously, guys.
Whatever.
Cut it out.
We will
Poor
never
Greg.
stop.
Jesus Christ.
We will stop because we won't talk
Although
about
there's the thing
Oh,
called
right.
organ energy that they have to use handling their hands on the machine so they can shoot something called, like I said, organ energy. But it doesn't come from the fucking heart.
Argon?
Might as well be just
Organ.
something like Saiyans could do. What the fuck? Anyway, just ended it. Done. Finito.
Whatever.
Finish. Anyway,
Whatever.
I digress.
That's right,
let's
you
go
digress.
through the animes. Although I want to clear out something. I'm gonna mention a lot of animes that I watch, but
It's pronounced
not
animus.
completely. Like 1 or 2 episodes because I don't know. There's a game out there called Destiny.
Somewhere there's a
and
serial
it
killer that
pretty
really
much
wants to murder you right
waste my time with that game. Almost all my free time was dedicated to Destiny, and some anime or not
Good.
throughout the month, but nothing that I finished
Enjoy it.
completely. So, just to give you that hint, because I'm gonna mention a couple of those.
Okay.
First of all, Naruto Shippuden, still in the filler arcs before we come back to the present, because I don't know,
Just
I just
skip
wanted
it.
to have a lot of episodes so I can binge watch in the future. So I know hurries with that one. Also, Sword Art Online 2.
now.
Yeah, I like it.
So
Justin loves it. I love it. Grex doesn't
holding-
give a shit about it.
I'm holding
It's a
that
good
up.
premise. It's better than the second half of the first season.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great. A little nugget that I found is called Strange Plus. It's one of those micro series. They're
We
like
both watched that.
5-minute episodes. I don't know what the fuck to think about this. It's just hilarious. Just hilarity. But like I said about Captain Earth, there's no fucking. Oh God, there's no ring. There's no heart ring. Get over it.
somebody
Listen.
No.
Greg finished it ahead of me, but he vouches that it has a good ending. So, looking forward to this one in the coming weeks.
Yeah, for the most part.
Hellgirl 3 Vessels, story here and there. Still like it. Black Butler, Book of Circus. Yeah, I believe this is like what it's exactly what it's coming from the manga. I don't loving the vibe of it. I don't know. Maybe I just spoil with the other story from the past seasons of this series, and they're like rebooting it, like something that it doesn't need to be rebooted. And I saw the first episode, and like, I think I already rode this train already. I don't know if I want to like it, but I mention it because maybe I'll get back to it. Sailor Moon. Got to the Sailor Jupiter part. Hey, Sailor Jupiter. Hey, she's my favorite. Don't fuck with her.
Well,
Seriously,
of the
Jupiter
internet.
is the best.
Black Butler's my
Best
favorite.
of them all.
Or, not
My
Black
opinion.
Butler. Fuck, man. You're
You love
fucking me up,
Chia,
Silver PR.
So leave me
Tuxedo
alone with
Mask.
that.
Tuxedo
But
Mask.
yeah. Also, Rail Wars. Saw 2 episodes. My God, I'm gonna have an infraction, a heart attack, whatever you want to call it with this series.
Do what
This,
you do
Jesus,
to people, Greg.
etchy fan service to the max. So yeah,
So
fuck me.
garbage.
But yeah, it's good.
I'm-
Also, Persona
shut
4 the
up.
Golden. Not like 2 episodes only.
One of these days,
halfway
Alex,
to
we're
the
going
ending.
to.
And yeah, love it. There's nothing bad to say
Forever.
about that one. Also, Ruby. Like I said, Ruby's good. It's just need to give it a chance.
No.
And my nugget of the month that I
Shut
wanna
up, Greg,
try
you
to
elitist.
like suggest to you guys. It's one of those short 12 episodes love stories. It's called Blue Spring Ride. It's your typical high school love drama with
All right, I'm
friendship
downloading
and
it right now.
everything. But the thing is that it's in reverse. Instead of boy loves girl, girl loves boy. And the twist is
I like
that
those more usually.
it's like this crush from middle school that this girl had with this boy, and then when she gets to high school, like
It's
3 years
uncomfortable,
later,
really, Alex.
finds him again, studying in the same school, but he's not the same person. From the shy, perhaps lovable person that it was in the when he met him
He's a big
when he was
twat.
young. Now he's like a very serious, kind of an asshole guy, but once you start seeing the series, the episodes, you start to find out that maybe he's not the person that he really is, or at least the events that happened to him in the past changed him to a new person, and that's why. But it's a lot of fun, a lot of comedy in it, and with real situations and real emotions. It's a good one. You can give it a try. Blue Spring Ride. I suggested to Alex, and I hope he watch a couple of those.
Sounds good.
I don't know. But yeah,
Damn,
that's
you
pretty
son of
much
a
about
gun.
anime from you guys.
Oh, it
Quick
looks adorable.
question. All right, this is the scenario.
Oh God, sorry, my phone turned off at literally the worst time.
and you see 3 chicks of your liking.
I'm gonna go take us
Start
back.
seeing the series, the episodes, you
Sorry.
start to find out that maybe he's not the person that he really
God
is.
damn it, Alex.
Or at least
I
the
know.
events that
a
happened to him in
serial
the past
killer.
change him to a new person.
He's a
and
twat,
that's why,
actually.
What a
But
twist!
it's a lot of fun, a lot of comedy in it, and with real situations and real emotions.
And real
It's
butt.
it's a good one. You can give it a try. Blue Spring Ride. I suggested to Alex, and I hope he watch a couple of those. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much about anime for me, guys. Quick question.
Oh boy.
All right, this is the Disney
Oh boy.
Oh my God, really?
and you see 3 chicks of your liking. Any 3 chicks.
I'm gonna put it out that I hit myself in the face with my pop filter.
What the hell?
Alex, stop screwing up. You're making this really hard to edit.
I know it's fine. I just want to point it out to you guys.
It's
It's
just all
funny.
in. It's
Just leave all
Yeah,
the
it
Will be
mistakes in.
Any 3 girls from any anime
Okay.
that you have seen.
I'm
You got
confused on
3
what the question is.
choices. You're
at a bar.
You're gonna do
Listen to this.
each of this to each of them.
Okay.
Number 1, you can get one of these 3 chicks and you just go and dance all night with her. Number 2, you get one of these chicks and you just chat all night and grab her number so you can further know her in the future. And number 3, one of these girls, you're just gonna give her a whisper to her ear. Just while you go to the club or the bar, and you go straight ahead and get one night stand with her. Yeah, like 3 women of your liking, 3 choices you're gonna put them in. One that you will dance all night, one that you would just chat all night and grab her number so you know her better in
Anime
the future,
characters.
and one that you just go for a nookie and get a one night stand. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much about me this month. I hope you guys have fun with this listening. So, without further ado, and seriously, hopefully for next month, I'll watch more anime. I promise. It's just that goddamn Destiny, it's so good, for my opinion, and
glad
I'm
you
just
love
having
it.
so much fun. And but anyway, without further ado, guys, I hope you have a fun one. Watch those animes. I will do. I'll accomplish that. So PR signing out.
Thank you, Silver PR.
He
I'll
said.
answer first. I think I
What?
got it.
Oh God, this is gonna be so hard.
I think I got it. Okay.
Okay.
So dancing all night with, and this is just off the top of my head. It could probably change easily,
Okay.
but
If
dance all night.
Suzuka's not on this list, I'm gonna kill you.
Dance all night would be Suguha from
Okay.
Sword Art.
Okay.
Um,
Oh fuck! I forgot about Sword Art.
So that's that one. Talk all night. Get her number to, yeah. That one, Suzuka.
Okay.
Slowly build up to it. Possibly get in a relationship with.
Or like get slapped in the face 5 times.
Probably.
Or both, actually.
Or both while we're talking, yeah. But I'm not Yamato, so I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
like.
so you're not gonna make as
dumb.
many mistakes. You're older, wiser. He was
Yes.
16. Shit happens.
And then, the one night stand whisper thing.
I
And-
am imagining the Whisper song by the two brothers, and I'm trying not to laugh really hard right now.
That one would be Annie from Attack on Titan.
Okay. Let me think here. Do you have one, Greg? If Asuka's not on your list,
I'm aware of that. She is already in my list. I just have to think of 2 other characters.
it's an iteration on the Mary Boff kill mentality, just for people out
Not
there who are
killing
not
anybody, so it's
picking
nice.
it up. Yeah, with less murder, so it's
It's actually a fairly good rendition of it.
Yeah, I like this more than Mary Boff kill. I would even go so far to say.
I have to bring up my anime log here.
Well, I can
because
tell you my first choice.
Do it.
they're all traps.
I wouldn't dance, so nobody.
Okay. That's a cop-out bullshit answer, but you're not going to give us any other ones.
All right, well then I'll choose one for him and get another dance partner. How's that sound? I like
Okay.
that.
Sure.
Ino from Naruto. She's my
Sweet.
favorite.
I knew you were an Eno guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to fuck up the name and Neff's going to laugh.
Hinata?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't. It's been too long since I've watched it, so.
I wasn't sure where to put emphasis.
You know, I would totally want to get the number and get to know Jonathan Joestar, though.
Who wouldn't want to get... Wait, Jonathan or Joseph?
Jonathan.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh, really?
What? I prefer him over Joseph.
Oh,
I think
thought
he was referencing something.
I was.
I think we missed the build up. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
babe.
Oh, you did Joseph. Fuck, old man Joseph. Shit, I just got it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Yes, that's so fucking awesome.
Anyways,
But,
continue.
I don't know of a one night stand.
That one's a hard one right now
I
for me.
kind of want a yandere just so they can stalk me and I could just approach them again.
And how about the chick from School Days? You know that'll end well.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Everything leads back to school days.
Alright, let me actually pull up the anime that I fucking watched.
Yeah,
'cause-
I was kind of thinking, from Future Diary, but at the same time, maybe not.
Oh my god, this is so hard.
people are gonna fucking hate me for my get the number answer because
Oh, okay. I have two of them. I need one more. I'm working on this. This is a very hard decision.
Maybe one night stand Asuka to piss him off.
Asuka!
The answer is no.
I was gonna
Asuka is definitely my number 2.
say I think Asuka would pretty much be like no to that. Like,
Whatever.
even if it's like a surefire thing, he would get there and be like, no,
Yeah, that sounds like
you'd be
Asuka.
denied. I think
Yeah.
everybody would be.
Oh, and number 3 you're talking about, right?
Okay.
Yeah. My number 2 would definitely be Asuka. My number 3 would have to be Ria's Garamir from High School DxD. And my first one, God, I'm looking at my anime list. And I'm just
You know
trying-
what? Is there a succubus character?
Rosario, what's her name? Blue hair chick.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
From a show I like?
I think the first one would have to be
Was there
Okay, I got it.
something-
Nailed it. Figured it out. I'm good. You guys ready for this shit?
I am. I'm
Alright.
excited.
I'll get the one you guys will hate out of the way.
How do you know?
Well, I know Greg and Nep will hate it.
Okay.
You'll be indifferent, Justin.
Of course.
So the one I get the number for. You guys ready? Asuna from Sword Art Online.
Okay.
Cue eye roll, please.
Are you doing the same thinking I am? Like with
The
my
one
thinking?
I don't think so. The
Okay.
one I'm gonna one night stand. Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop.
getting
That's a
it
good
in.
Shut the fuck up, Greg. And the one I'm gonna dance with. I can't remember her name. Is the problem, but the fucking ghost girl from Hano. The fucking Christ. I can't remember.
Anohana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget.
Because she'd be so
Menma?
much fun. Menma,
Menma.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
I would dance with her.
You know what? I got a one night stand.
Okay.
Okay. Me and
I'm torn so hard right now. Okay.
yeah, Mizuho from Otoboku, which is a trap.
Great.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be it.
The one I'm stuck with is on the you choose the dance with all night. It's either Haruhi from The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya or Yuri from Angel Beats.
Or like the chick from Full Metal Alchemist.
Which one?
Last.
Which one? You mean Lust? Lust?
Lust. Thanks, you
Where,
fucks.
You brought it up, Alex. That was on you that time.
No. Fuck you.
You mean Wenri?
Yeah. Winry.
I like Wenri.
Yeah. She's cute.
Yeah.
I think I have the best answers. I'm just gonna. No, you would dance with fucking emo girl from Evangelion.
I gave my answer.
you know what?
I gave my
I
answer.
would dance with somebody that wouldn't judge me.
You
Just
gave
because I would
two
suck,
answers.
just
Well-
because I would suck ass.
It's one of those two because they're both
pick
kind of
one.
similar characters.
Pick one.
You know, Ray wouldn't judge me, so maybe I would dance with her.
There you go. That's why I would dance with Menma, because she would just fucking have fun. And she's a ghost.
Start dancing with her right now, Alex. You probably could.
You know what? Fuck it.
See, there you go.
Dancing with ghosts.
I'm gonna go with Yuri from Angel Beats.
Okay. I'll just say, and I'm going to cover Justin's ass with this as well. I'm counting Persona 4 as primarily a video game before it's an anime.
Dude,
So, like, because that's just not fucking fair.
I was thinking that myself. And I was
I know
looking
you
over
were.
at Tales of Zillia 2, and I'm like, well,
Dude.
there's anime cutscenes.
Right? Because I fucking one night with Mila any fucking day. All right? Anyway.
Oh, God. No, screw One Night with Muse. That'd be a fucking...
Oh, that would be a fucking party. You wouldn't know what's happening.
No. All of a sudden, you just hear two of her.
Just
One in your head.
put on the bracelet and you hear the one in their head, yeah. Anyway. That's it. That's all I got for you guys.
All right. With that, I'm going back to the page. Sorry. Thank you very much, SilverPR, for your voicemail. If you would like to send an email like SilverPR did, you can do so at mupxmail@gmail.com. That is mupxmail@gmail.com. Our brother podcast, Irrational Passions, a.k.a. at Irrational Pod, episode 200, October 17th. Extra Life, October 25th.
I guess the Extra Life this year is a joint malicious irrational event.
Yes.
So,
So we can watch anime, right?
also, I'm going to put it out there. I have another podcast that I host on the Cash, on the DL. It's a comedy podcast called Roommates,
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
and it's super fun. And I'll tell you guys this before it airs because I think you all will like it. I'm playing a game on the episode we're recording this week. It's called Is It Pokemon or Is It Bullshit? Where because Ethan and Damien, the other co-hosts, they don't know anything past Generation 2 about Pokemon. So I'm going to give
So they
them
only know the OG 150?
and the extra 100 after that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give them the name of a Pokemon and a brief description, and I'm going to ask them, is it real or is it not? And just see
Can I
what
type
happens.
up a fake one?
I have a bunch of fake ones, but if you want to send me one, please do.
All right.
Oh
I
my
will.
God. Go with Crapachu.
Crap at you. That one's a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Like there's Klefki.
Firecrotch!
Klefki is a Pokemon from the latest generation that is a keychain. And it's
Oh,
real.
I know what that one looks like. I didn't know its name.
Yeah, Klefki. It's adorable, but it's completely stupid. So,
Like all the new Pokemon are.
there's a Pokemon that's actually just a pile of garbage. It's real.
They are
Yeah,
fucking
I know what
dumb.
that one looks like.
Garbodor. It's fucking so funny.
Also. I also don't know its name.
Yeah.
They just ran out of animals to fuse with, so now they're just taking inanimate objects.
No, now they're just repeating. There's like 4 zebra Pokemon now.
What the fuck?
Anyway,
I'm still waiting for a chair Pokemon.
roommates.podbean.com is where you can download it. It's on iTunes too. So
Also, check out our blog at maliciousunderground.wordpress.com. That is where you can also find episodes of Malicious X and occasionally blog posts. Whenever the fuck we get to that.
You know the best example of when they're running out of ideas is when they make a Pokeball Pokemon. Oh wait.
yeah, Fungus.
What is it?
There's another Pokeball Pokemon. Just by
Are
the
you
way.
serious?
Yeah, his name is Fungus.
And he's a mushroom with like.
He's a
like-
mushroom, and the top of his head looks like a Pokeball. So when you're looking down at him, he looks like a Pokeball on the ground.
What the hell?
It's like the Honest Trailers version. It's a Pokeball, Al Qaeda.
And if Fungus evolves into Amoongus, there's a fungus among us.
Fuck.
There's a fungus among us.
What the hell?
Fuck Pokemon.
I'm not
forever.
making this shit up. That's why I made this game up, because it's awesome.
I can't wait. Actually.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'll have to listen to the next episode then. All right, so you can catch us on Twitter. I am at Gregory Blaney, all one word. You can find Mr. Nepp at Mr_Nep. Alex can be found at Alfighter27. That's capital A, capital L, capital F.
Doesn't matter. It's just
I know. I'm doing that on purpose.
Oh, I got it. It's a joke.
Yeah. And then you can find Justin at the Sigma Omega.
The one, the only.
See that one? That name. Find me.
The Sigma Omega.
Other stuff, rate and review us on iTunes. Follow the show on Twitter at MaliciousPod. Tell a friend, please.
Please spread the word because we have fun here and we want other people to have fun with us. What about this hot new YouTubes, Greg?
Yeah. Malicious will get a YouTube channel.
I'll show you how to set up like a custom domain name for that, so we'll figure that out later.
Okay.
Like youtube.com/whatever.
Yeah.
So.
But for the most part, you'll probably just be able to search Malicious Underground and find it. Or actually, well, yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. Malicious Underground X, excuse me.
Anything of the sort.
Anything of the sort. So what we're going to be doing is we'll start posting the live broadcast along with the audio version. I mean, they're both the same thing. One's just our pretty faces, and then the other one's just audio with the title card. On top of that, we're going to try to do with the simulcasts coming out this fall and just anime in general, we're going to kind of do like a one episode, like 5-minute, 5-10-minute plot summary, what characters are doing, what you think is going to happen next, and just kind of like, it'll be like a mini spoiler cast by ourselves for you guys to enjoy for different anime between the four of us.
Keep them short, right? That'll be the goal.
Nothing super huge. Doesn't have to be as long as this show because, God, I know you guys listen to everything.
God fucking knows, man. People, I don't even know where people get in the show.
Please be excited.
Please be excited.
Please be excited for whatever the fuck is next. Anyways, so the anime for next month is Justin.
Because Halloween is awesome.
So I switch with people, in case you're here, I switch with Justin because he loves Halloween, and this way he'll get October every year, so it's probably for the best.
So I was thinking of going with pumpkin scissors because, yes, pumpkin is in the name, and the icon is a pumpkin. But I'm like, nah, it's not horror-esque enough. So I'm actually going to go, and I want to like give us a nice break. Like,
Okay.
I feel like being the nice guy.
Okay.
And it's
Fuck
new.
this, I won't be. I'm picking 5 shows.
This anime literally just ended.
Okay.
Please. I don't want to say anything mean. Never mind.
Jesus.
Okay.
Thank
Don't
you,
leave
Nep,
us in suspense,
for
Nep.
filtering us.
It's on 2 seasons. They're each 12 episodes long.
Mhm.
It's called Yamishibai Japanese Ghost Stories. Now, why I'm saying we watch both seasons is each episode is only 5 minutes long.
Oh, shit.
So I am giving us a nice break with 5-minute long episodes, 24 episodes. And each episode is a different ghost story. None of them are the same, and the art style is like a paper mache looking kind of art style.
Mhm.
Really unique, and I really like it. And each story is told as a guy on the streets with these like puppet looking things, which is what they use for the art style, and telling these stories to kids. And after the first couple, you'll be like, why the hell is this guy telling these stories to kids? They're going to be scared shitless. They're
My
dark,
stomach just dropped.
but it's really good. And since they're really short and each are different and unique, it'd be nice to talk about each one individually, probably.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that is Yamishibai Japanese Ghost Stories. I know you can find it on Crunchyroll, because that's where they streamed it from. I don't know about anywhere else. But all of them are up now, so you can watch them without having to be a premium member.
I gotta bum a Crunchyroll subscription off of one of you guys so I can watch it on
I-
my system.
I still have those passes that they keep giving out because nobody ever takes them.
Just send me like 15, and I'll be set for the next
Oh,
year.
they expire every 3 months, so
Oh,
I only have 3 at a time.
How long are they for?
1 or 2 days.
But you get everything.
Yeah, I know, but I'll just bum it off of Greg. He's fine.
I mean, you technically, if you bum it off of several people, you can get like a week.
Yeah, no, I mean, you log in on my fucking PS4, and I'll just watch it. I won't watch porn on it. I promise.
But
That'll be nice.
all right, that sounds fairly interesting.
Yeah, it sounds fun and easy. God knows. God knows I need it. And then we can like record before episode 200, maybe even.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
You could sit down and watch every episode in like a day easily. If you can't, then I'm gonna question everything.
Well, I'm gonna do that anyway. So.
And I'll probably watch them over time.
Yeah.
You know what? I got one last thought.
Okay. About what?
Okay, how do I phrase this?
No.
Fuck Railgun anime and go for the manga.
Okay.
Don't question me.
Don't question the
Questioning.
Nepsifer.
Questioning.
Don't ever question the Nepsifer. What have you guys learned anything from listening to this fucking show at all?
Nope. Nope. Nothing.
The rational thinking of the Nepsifer.
All right, rational is nowhere near a word I would use. But lovable. Still not really close, but I'll get there. Love you, Nep. Let's end this show, Greg.
All right, guys. So for the final bit, as I scroll back down because I fucked myself a little bit there.
Good job.
And you can find us on at IrrationalPod. No, you can go to irrationalpassions.com, and you can also find us there, along with, and I'll say it again, maliciousunderground.wordpress.com.
Yep.
All right. With that, we'll be back next time with Malicious Underground X.
All right, how bad is it, guys?
I don't know.
I haven't
have
read
to
it
read
yet
here.
because I'm trying to do
12
several
things at
other
once.
Well, yeah.
So, Greg, I'm curious, what, at this point, when you're editing the show, what do you keep in? Does it just cut to next time and then cut to titles?
Yeah, what I do is after I say that, I cut into the next time on Malicious Underground X, and then
Okay.
I put the music in and everything while you say it.
Okay.
And then I leave in, like, you know how we all laugh at this crazy bullshit. I leave that in, and then we do titles, and then it's basically banter for the end of the show.
Okay.
It's just after all that, and then we do titles, and then I take the titles and put them back in the front of the show. Pretty much what we do in Irrational.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I have to fucking edit that tomorrow. Speaking of which, that's right. I'll have time. So, all right. What am I doing?
Level
What am I
1
reading?
is the most powerful, right, guys? Just making sure. I'm pretty sure it is.
Did you want to be a level 0?
Yeah, I want to be a level 0. I'll change it.
Okay, he's enjoying it.
I am so excited. All right, is it done? Are we good?
I don't want to
Well,
get anything.
I
but
don't know if this is going too far, though.
Oh, it's never far enough.
Okay, well then you better not say fuck you by the end of this.
Or it's always too far. It's one of the two.
You said first.
My power is best power. I'm just gonna say that right now.
The malicious crew have entered a place called Academy City. Upon arriving, they get ranked for S for power. Greg gets a level 5 ability for having hentai vision. What the fuck?
Yep.
I have to read this in a silly voice. You understand that, right?
Yep.
Hentai vision.
Our goal is always to make you fuck up, Alex.
Just like quote hentai vision, like take it out and just. You haven't broken me yet. I've only like choked on myself before, so.
Choked on your big fat human cock.
No, my big
Ro-
fat human tongue.
roach.
You sick
Roach.
person. No roach. No cock. Roach. Justin gets a level 0 ability for being a butler of Supergirl.
Wait, did somebody change it to level 0? It was 1.
Yeah, me. I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wrote it as 1.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw you wrote it. He changed it. Alex gets ranked with a level 6 fear of being eaten alive. That's cute.
That's cute.
That's so cute. And as a joke ranking, Nepsifer got a level 5 ranking of controlling electronics. What? You're the one that gets the legitimate superpower?
And it's considered
At
a
least,
joke.
like, make it a level 4. The tests revealed that Nepsifer is actually an Esper, and his body is actually far away. What? 2.5. Will the malicious crew ever find Nep? I like the prospect of this playing well into next month. Will they ever find out what he looks like? Find out in the next specific scientific episode of Malicious Underground. How is this going too far?
It wasn't. It was the fact that it was the eaten live thing.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a level 6 fear of being eaten alive, so...
I think it's past
I've been
level.
looking over my shoulder this entire episode because I'm so uncomfortable right now. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Craig.
You're
Will
welcome.
nailed it.
Nightmares.
I already have nightmares after playing PT, so, like, what do I
have to lose?
What do I have to lose?
Your
All right,
dignity.
I think is this good? I'm gonna.
Your complete and utter dignity.
Well, that was gone a long time ago.
Oh,
Oh.
But there's a rim shell for you. All right. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready for whatever the fuck.
Next time.
Next time.
I think I'm. Let me make it all bassy.
It's always
We should.
been basic.
We should, like, for Valentine's Day episodes, we should, like, read this in a really sexy voice instead. I'm just letting us know. February's coming up, guys. I don't have a Valentine yet.
Neither do I, but don't worry, Alex. I'll make sure to love you
Okay.
physically.
Love me against my will. All right, I'm gonna mute you guys. I can no longer hear you, so please let me have it. All right.
Up the butt.
He's not going to be able to do it. He ain't going to do it. He's going to choke.
Next time on Malicious Underground X, the Malicious crew have entered a place called Academy City. Upon arriving, they get ranked for Esper power. Greg gets a level 5 ability for having hentai vision. Justin gets a level 0 ability for being the butler of Supergirl. Alex gets ranked with a level 6 fear of being eaten alive. And as a joke ranking, Nepsifer got a level 5 ranking of controlling electronics. The test revealed that Nepsifer is actually an Esper, and his body is actually far away. Will the Malicious crew ever find Nep? Will they ever find out what he looks like? Find out on the next scientific episode of Malicious Underground X.
How
It's
hard
over.
was that? How hard was that to do?
There was a moment where I was like, "Oh shit!" But I got it.
Control.
My arms were shaking a little because I was scared I was gonna fucking lose it.
When were you going to lose that out of curiosity?
The fucking hentai vision. But I had a little fun with the cadence because I thought it deserved it. So we're good.
October's going to be fun, guys.
October is gonna be fun. God, I'm so excited to play Extra Life until like
My
14
entire
hours into Extra
anime
Life.
like setup is just going to be all like scary enemies. Like I'm going to probably do Helsing and High School DxD and like
I was thinking about watching.
Isn't
or not
this
DxD. Well,
isn't-
maybe DxD.
October the month where volume 9 and 10 of Hellsing comes out?
Yes, it is.
Yes! Yes!
Finally,
Yes!
Helsing Ultimate.
I might
It's
watch.
also when Helsing Abridged comes out on Halloween, which I'm super happy about.
Yes.
What's the new sensation sweeping the nation?
I might watch Blue Gender again. That's the only terrifying anime that I can watch. Not the only one, but the only one where people get eaten.
High School of the Dead is.
I forget. They actually got eaten.
Well, they get eaten, but they get like spit out into these pods They like they store for energy, like these gooey things that they. Like,
I
store for
totally
energy.
forgot that part.
It's fucked up. But I watched it when I was so young. Like the trauma is gone. Like I've
I
gotten
might
over
even
it.
watch Soul Eater again, just because that fucking again that entire series is one Halloween episode.
Yep.
Right.
Isn't
so,
that like 112 episodes though?
Yeah, it
50
is.
some.
Wait, which show?
Soul Eater.
Soul Eater.
Oh, Soul Eater is like 50 something, and then it's got like the spin-off.
No,
I was thinking.
good.
I was thinking about watching Death Note finally. So
do it.
yeah, I taught. We were doing a project in class, one of my classes, where we had to make just like we had to pitch a TV show, and we had to write out the budget, and like the teacher would tell us if the network we were going to pitch it to would take it. And one of my team members looks at me, he's like, "Dude, let's just fucking do Death Note." I'm like, "Yes, let's do it."
Alex, you're just like I don't even know what the show's about, but
I
I'm gonna
know what
find
the
out.
show's about, and that's why I was like, "Yeah, I would totally watch a live-action Death Note."
That already exists.
Did the pitch go through?
No, we ended up changing it to something completely absurd
Oh.
because the other people on the team didn't want to do it. 'Cause fuck them.
All right, guys, let's do some titles. I don't know. There was no
Titlers.
transition.
No,
there.
that was the best non sequitur transition that we will have in this episode.
So titles for this week, month,
Month.
we have. Wait, I can't do the voice. I'm a planaholic. Alex, get in the fucking robot. Captain Planet Earth. By our powers combined. Giant human cockroaches.
Purchase.
Nepsifer's contract. Everything changed when the Fire Greg attacked. Killing people is not cool, says Gregory Blaney. Irish proverbs. Sip the money, get the liquor. Fungus among us.
I'm gonna tell people there are a lot of great titles here, but Captain Planet Earth has to be the fucking title.
I think it needs to be
It has to be.
for the last ever heart reference. Unless you watch it again, Greg.
Which you won't.
We
Then
need
it's
that.
coming back. Or if Civil PR talks about it, we're gonna do it on him.
God damn it, guys! Just let it die.
Nope.
It's so funny. Whatever. You know what you need to let die? This fucking Transformers Gundam bullshit.
Never.
So then Captain Planet Earth it is.
I really like sip the money, get the liquor, though. I will put that out there. Although there's a fuck a bitch part that came before that.
I like Alex getting the fucking robot.
That one's pretty good too.
What is the number one though?
Captain Planet Earth.
That's what I
know
like.
what? If we do that, like, can we just straight up rip the audio of Captain Planet and then just have somebody say Earth part?
No, that wouldn't sound good. That's a problem.
That's kind of the point.
I know, but like, heaven forbid we give Greg more to do when he's editing this show.
Hey, I'm trying my best over here.
You're doing fine. It's just it's a lot, and we know that.
Yeah, just Captain Planet Earth.
Earth.
Greg
Nipple.
needs a lot of
Don't
heart.
they call it Earth?
Earth. Erath.
Earth.
Earth.
Daddy, I think it's called Earth. But there's an A in it.
Greg, what do you like?
I'm down with Captain Planet Earth. I can do something funny with it.
Okay. Nappy, you okay with this?
Get in the fucking robot. But yeah, whatever.
Okay. Now what do we do?
Shit.
do we like talk to each other?
We're done, guys.
okay.
That's it. That's all we do. No, just kidding. Somebody
end.
fucking say the episode and somebody fucking say the title.
Okay,
I think I did them like
okay.
for like the
This is Malicious Underground X, episode 17.
Captain Planet Earth.
Get in the fucking robot.
Get in the fucking robot.
All right, that's it. That's the show. That's a wrap.
All right, stop recording, guys.
Bye, Kid Ketty.
Fucking A.
Thank you to everyone who watched this. All one of you.
I don't know why he wanted to watch it.
I'm stopping the broadcast. Bye.
Who is it that is watching?